of, it's bullshit and stuff. And then I do think that this is probably something that I should mention. I feel like I got the tact, if that's the correct word, to really get this across. But what's up, everybody?
You got the couth?
The couth isn't the word. I just think, I'm not afraid of delivering news of all kind. So we're down some people. It seems like every time you guys get on the show, we're down some more people. We're down Dan tonight. Shout out to Bricks for jumping in last minute to take care of his place. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get to it. But I just want to tell you guys, look, I know every week I dick around. I say send your thoughts and prayers and, hit up the people. But this time it is for real. Dan did find out some bad news tonight. He had to bust out last minute. He said it was okay to talk about. He Googled, I don't even know how he got on this, but basically he Googled the average dick size and found out that he came up short from what the average dick size is in the U.S. And so it really, man, he took it hard. No pun intended. So reach out to him, man. Tell him, hey, sorry to hear about your dick, bro. You can still get in, motion of the ocean, all that, whatever those, those phrases are. It's not about the size of the boat. It's how you wiggle your hips or whatever.
And maybe send a comparison pic for him. Send him
I mean, if you're up to it, and maybe if you have a little dick, let him know. Reach out
yo, man, look, we in the same boat.
Yeah. So if you have if you got a little dick and have some kids, let them know, like, dude, look, you still can fuck with a little dick.
I think
you get your rocks off. Who cares?
And I think he's looking to move somewhere that uses the metric system because he'll feel better about it in centimeters.
Right. So, no chat. I know you're looking for a girl, but Dan does not have a clit.
Well, he spelled everything right there.
Because he's like, all right. But anyway, so reach out to Dan. While you're at it, reach out to J. Ruse. Don't reach out to Chris. He has something going on. He can't answer. But just let Dan, you're thinking about him.
He's on assignment. Chris is on assignment up north.
And with that being said, welcome to Enter the Realm episode
160, bro.
Dang, 160, man.
160.
That's great.
Wow.
Episode 160. I don't know what the name of this is. It's probably Little Dick episode 1.
I could change the title. Just a basic New Jersey Collectors Convention, right?
160 millimeters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How much?
Sorry, Brian. What did you say, Brian?
It's 160 millimeters is the name.
What is? Oh, I don't know.
I'm just gonna change the title. The Dan's got a little dick.
Little Dick. Look, don't call him Little Dick, man. Don't call him Little Dan. Just shy away from the dick jokes. At least until when you hear him talk about it on the show, then you can make some jokes about it. Then he's comfortable, like he's come to grips with his little dick.
Maybe just grip.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's one grip. All right.
Hey. He came to grip.
He was. He's like, I thought everybody wore bifocals when they jerked it. He just didn't know. Like,
Dan, I know you shaved your face, but I hear if you shave down there, it makes it look bigger. So get
he's been doing that for years. Harvey ain't making no dent.
He shaves he's so fucking low. He's cutting into his fucking skin. He's got scabs.
All right. Pull up a chair. That's a cool table network, as they say. You get like-minded shows like this one, Enter the Realm. We've got Shattered Cast Uncut, Nerd Rage Radio, Plastic Fanatics, Figure Bangin', Somebody's at My Door. We're going to have to wait a minute. Beer and Bolters 40K, 8 weeks, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, building up to it, Fresh Communication, and Breaking the Mold. I'm going to have to mute. You guys got to talk about yourself for a minute. Sorry.
Can we have a show called Somebody's at My Door?
We should.
It's a brand new one right now. Someone's knocking at my door. Someone's ringing the bell.
Hey,
someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. All right. Do we have the rest of the schmeal? Brian, you want to read the schmeal? You got the schmeal there in front of you?
I got the schmeal.
You got the spiel? You got the spiel in front of you?
I got the schmeal. All right. So we did the party people thing already, right?
I guess.
All righty.
Why don't we go down sponsor lane here?
Go down sponsor lane. So, oh wait, is that in here? Sure it is. Going down sponsor lane. This episode of Enter the Realm is brought to you by Agabucks.com.
Yes, it is.
Agabus is the official e-tailer of the Realm of Collectors. Visit Agabus.com today for all your masterpiece and third-party needs. That's in reference to Transformer needs, by the way. They have $5.95 flat rate shipping, free shipping on orders over $150, price matching with other online retailers, and they also have Agabucks. That's right, Agabucks, same as cash reward system. Make a purchase, earn points to use towards your next purchase, and visit Agabucks.com for details.
Real fast before you move on, let's talk about Agabus for a minute. This he still has the Fans Toys Dracul, as everyone's been calling it, which I haven't got yet, but I hear it's fucking awesome.
All right, a premature NJCC story. I just want to, being that this is on topic right now.
It's too early for Dan jokes, bro.
No, it's not a Dan joke. Why? Because I said premature.
Well, that's where you're going.
So okay, it's one of the last fucking door prizes. It's 215. Hung gave a door prize. It was Fans Toys Dracula.
It was a Tempest.
Guess who wins it?
Dude, Raoul.
Chris Pinkerton.
Dude, did he really?
Yes,
Yep.
he did.
Dude, it was great too, because it's like he's back in the game.
I was like, he's back in, yeah.
Dude, you just basically somebody just gave that guy $100.
Dude was running. He was running out. Anybody want this? Anybody want this? Want to buy this? Want to buy this? Want to buy this?
Yeah, I would have been like, dude, I would have sold it for $75. Somebody would.
No, I think he went back to Hung's table and flipped it for a Rouge, because he wanted the Rouge, because he still collects the '86 animated.
Oh, really?
Autobots, so yeah.
Huh.
So
good for him.
Yeah, but if out of all fucking people.
But I just want to throw out what Agabus said. So he's got the Fans Toys Dracula. He's got these DX9 Legends, the Dutch, which is their prime, and then the Grapple and Inferno, which I guess combine, which is crazy. And then, of course, some Fans Toys Coot he still has, and that X-Transbots Crack Up, which is fucking good. I don't know what the other ones are going to be about, but that shit's dope.
I think we're definitely going to see a good turnout for those guys, man. They're definitely going to be on down that lane.
I did too.
Yep.
But Brent, go for it.
All right, moving on with our next sponsor, we also have Crashbox Customs, who is the official Mezco supplier of the Realm of Collectors. Visit Crashbox on all your social media for your Mezco 112 needs. Mention Realm when ordering, and you will get a surprise gift.
I heard he's also a Fans Toys distributor for a short time.
Pre-order alert! Pre-order alert!
But I think I saw him.
Yeah, Cyclops is now up for pre-order.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I saw him post that. That shit looks dope. I hope this doesn't mess up his business, but it does look dope, and at the same time, it doesn't look that dope. It's the like, how Cyclops then has all those pouches and fucking belts and shit. It's those belts that look a little weird. I don't know if we got a photo of it tonight. We're gonna be talking about it, but there's some effects on it. The fucking eye blast looks sick as shit.
Sick.
Go for it, Brink.
All right, and so go ahead and pull up a chair at the cool table where you will get news on some podcasts that we do here. One is Enter the Realm, which you're watching right now. Thanks for joining, and while you're here, participate in the chat and throw up that little thumbs up.
You told him. You said go for it, Brian. He's going for it, right?
And we also have Shattercast Uncut. So if you are dissatisfied with your Transformers news with this show, as you should be, please go watch that show for getting your Transformers fix.
I will say,
whoa! Are you trying to say this too? We don't talk enough Transformers on this show?
It's not that we don't, but they dig up news, and I'm like, where the fuck do you even find that news?
I know, Brian.
They
dig the fucking bottom.
They dig some fucking news over there.
Yeah, if you want a funny news segment, tune into last week's ETR. There's a lot of scraping going on there. Let's see here. We have a Nerd Rage Radio, Plastic Fanatics, who is on hiatus for a little bit. So check back in about 3 weeks' time, I believe. And let's see here. We got Stasis Lock with your host,
me.
Clutch. There he is.
Hey.
Tell us about Stasis Lock there, Chris.
That's a Beast Wars show. We're looking at all the episodes of Beast Wars, and I think we're coming up on 2 years for Stasis Lock.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Really?
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Holy shit.
What episode? What number? How many episodes have you guys had?
Something around 100, obviously.
Yeah. All right.
I forget.
So you go and show episode by episode in order?
We are now, yeah. Since
Okay.
I don't know, 15 weeks ago or so, we've been doing episodes in order. So we're almost done season 1 now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's actually a great idea.
Is that a tough hurdle to get through season 1?
No, I mean season 1 cumulatively is the same length as 2 and 3 combined. So it's longer than the other ones. But the only hurdle is that we're watching one episode a week every week. It's like old school TV. It's taking forever.
Yeah, I remember
Right,
when I guested on the show, you gave me homework. I had to watch the episode. I had a couple questions. I had to come up with some things. So it's pretty cool, to be able to jump on there and talk about that shit.
Do you actually have to rewatch the episodes, or have you seen it enough where you're like, okay, no, I know what this one's about?
I mean, I'm rewatching them. I'm sure some of the guys on the show have seen it enough times they don't need to rewatch it. But I usually watch it like about a half hour before we go live and write down whatever I'm going to write down.
Right. And then at what point are you going to bump it up to 2 episodes a show? You said it was taking a long time. I just was curious if that was in the
no, we'll keep it going. One a show. Right. The question is if we're going to get into beast machines or not. I don't want to. The rest of the guys do.
I think it's mandatory that you do.
Beast machines?
How many seasons is Beast Machines?
It's
2 seasons.
I think it's 2. It's like 1 DVD, but I think it's 2.
The only thing I remember about Beast Machines is, wasn't like Megatron had a torso but then no legs? He just had like this test tube for like the lower half of a body.
He was kind of just floating there on like a
Megatron ain't got no legs.
Yeah, and I never watched any of the episodes. I didn't understand what the reason was, but I was like, man, it just makes no sense to me.
I'm going to be camera off, mic off. The other guys are going to be yakking about Beast Machines. I'm going to be eating something. Fuck this.
All right. You're going to be sorting your books.
Maybe I'll finish that Falcon.
There you go. Coming up next, we have Toy Detox, who the main hosts were absent last show, but they got Yule. Shout out to Yule and let's see, Spiros and
Afate.
And there's one other guy. What's his name? They sometimes deny that he exists, but he does exist. Shout out his name in the chat.
Black Phillip
exists.
Is it not Black Phillip?
Nah.
Wrong show.
This is the longest fucking cool table shout out of the year.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
Anyway, they are putting
We're scraping here.
That's how we do.
They are putting out content though, so grab a listen if you're tired of listening about toys and learn about other things going on. Let's see here, and we have Building Up to It, who is also hosted by Mr. Bricks on the Dollar here.
That's right. It's a Lego show. We have a guest on. Chuck was on last week. I invited him.
Oh man.
I was like, I didn't get their joke, and then I was like, who invited Chet?
And
then you got the joke.
Chris, I was actually spending time doing some toying today, and so as part of my ritual, I was listening to that last episode. It was really good.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I just found out Gary is like the biggest closet fan of Building Up to It.
Oh, really?
Amongst other things.
Hey, he's also from Delaware, just so that when you shout him out, make sure that you and you only have a limited time to say that he's.
Yeah, he was from Delaware.
Yeah.
Does he collect Lego? G-Money?
He got a Voltron, and then he sold
I know
it.
he got the Voltron.
And he sold it at NJCC.
Did he put it together or no?
No.
Nope.
He just bought it and was like, it was a bad idea.
Things don't last long in the realm. A lot of impulse buying, a lot of realm of enabling.
It was the only one there, wasn't it, at the show? I don't think I saw anyone else.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. Coming up next, we got Fresh Communication. Get your video game and your music talk going on there with InText and
Lucio.
Hopefully
They'll start talking about hip hop albums again. So
it's no ch in there. It's loosh.
Yeah, maybe I'll give the show another listen.
He goes by many names though, doesn't he?
Who, Lucio or InText?
Doesn't he have different?
They
handles?
both do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucio is also what is it?
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't remember it now. Yeah, dude. I don't remember what it is. InText is also Mark.
Crosshatch.
Crosshatch. That's right. Why couldn't I remember that? Crosshatch.
Sounds like a transformer.
It does sound like a Transformer name.
A movie Transformer or G1? What do you think?
Could be one on.
And lastly, here we have Breaking the Mold, which is on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel, coming up tomorrow night at the same great time at 8 p.m.
Will you guys be continuing the NJCC coverage tomorrow?
Oh, you know it. You know
Awesome.
Breaking the Mold is now the Realm of Collectors flagship show. So check that out.
it. Shout out to full attendance.
Shout out to keeping this channel alive.
Let's see here. We got the Cobra Law family as well, featuring DustMites here on the panel tonight. And you can get music at Nathan Haskell's Bandcamp. And the latest album is Of Cabbages and Kings.
They also have a podcast you could check out.
Yes, it's called Welcome to the Terradrome.
Welcome.
The Cobra Law podcast, the only podcast by guys that like make music and are G.I. Joe fans and don't talk about either of them.
That's true.
Check us out. We're on YouTube, iTunes, and all that other good stuff. It's a audio only podcast.
Here's my favorite thing, and I'm doing it terrible, but it'll get better. But my favorite thing about the Cobra Law podcast is MIDI and his voice. I'm gonna come in with the MIDI minute. He talks like
From
this.
the back.
Yeah.
The one thing
know
about
what they say in California, it's burning. We got hurricanes made of fire here.
The one thing about MIDI is he lives in the middle of the desert. He has the shittiest internet in the world. So basically, when he's talking about he's answering 3 questions earlier. Because that's how the satellite. He's on satellite, and it's so. And
get his voice down too.
Yeah,
shout out to prison guards.
Enjoy it, man. We have a good time on that show. We just talk whatever, man. We have a good show. We laugh a lot, and it's good times. We have a good time.
Yep.
Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Going back to SC real quick, you may have noticed if you are an active listener that Deluxe is going to be late to some shows and might be absent here for a few months because he's working on real life stuff. And so good luck to you, Deluxe, and get those good grades, buddy.
How dare you let real life get in the way of your hobby?
Yes.
Shame. Hey, here in the realm also, we do some video outlets for the community called What's in the Fucking Box, and also shelf live videos, and you can send them to
enter the realmcast at gmail.com.
All right.
I figured since we're milking it, we'll milk it some more.
And of course, you can find the Realm of Collectors on IG at Realm of Collectors. Follow that hashtag Realm of Collectors. And also, we have a website, www.realmofcollectors.com. And you can also find us on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. Speaking of our website, we have merch available there. And right now, the big hot item is the Rock Box exclusive. Could be a box. Who knows what it could be?
2018, baby.
That's right. For the International Realm of Collectors meetup happening in Chicago in October at TFCon USA. I think we have some stats on that, right? Don't we have some stats?
We do. Are you gonna shout them out, or do I need to find where they were posted?
And maybe you could find them here.
Right there.
All right. I got it right here. So you said as of today there are 2 weeks left. I wasn't listening. Sorry.
I did not say. You go ahead.
Oh, as of today, there are 2 weeks left to order and lock your size and color.
Oh, the pre-orders. We got 2 weeks left to pre-order.
2 weeks left to pre-order. We're 60% sold. Interesting facts to share to kill time. I wasn't supposed to read that part. Sorry. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't really know what these facts mean. I mean, I understand what they're saying, but like, why do people want to know this?
So just fun facts of all the ones that have been sold or that have been pre-ordered so far.
All right.
The next numbers are the breakdown of what
so
has
70% of the
that's 60%.
70% of the 60% we sold 100%. 70% of that 60% are being picked up at the show.
30%.
30% are just being shipped to their homes. That doesn't mean they're not going to the show. 50% of the orders are all black shirts. 16% of those orders are white shirts. 34% are both. I don't really know that anybody cares about this.
Hey.
All we're letting them know is what sells, so they know
Why
next
not,
time
man?
you don't buy
Why
a
not,
white
man?
shirt, and then they'll put it on sale.
Facts are fun.
We're very transparent here.
I think the key fact is that there's only 2 weeks left,
Yeah.
and we're 60% sold out. So
Come on, guys.
you know,
get it in
get your
there
shit
before.
together.
Don't be that guy.
you know what's crazy is we're 60% sold out, and I haven't even finished the shirt yet. Eek, I better get that done.
All I'm telling you guys is you want to be part of the pre-order. Believe me, if you want to be part of the pre-order gang, get in before the
fun.
2 weeks are done because there's something a little special. Just do it.
Just the fact that you get to pick your color and you're guaranteed your size. I mean, you know, it's just nice. It's nice to have the option. It's not like it's not one of these things that you're getting. You're not getting it any cheaper. You are getting entered into the Agabucks $200 giveaway if you're going to pick your shirt up at TFCon, which is awesome. $200 pretty much buys you any figure that you want, you know, with the exception of like combiners and shit like that. But dude, that's half. If all of the X-Transbot Stunticons were out, that'd be half of that set right there. And then some, maybe 4 of the 6, or excuse me, no, 4 of the 5, right? That's a majority of that set. Anyway, just pre-order it. Do yourself a favor. My math's not right today, but who gives a shit? Anyways, go ahead, Brink. I'm gonna let you host this one tonight.
Here, let me hope.
Yeah, do it.
All
All right, I'll do it.
right, I'm catching up on the chat here.
I like that we're 30 minutes in and we haven't even
We haven't even done
introduced
intros yet.
I
It's
know.
22 minutes.
All right, so the man of the hour, the Brinkalizer himself, Brian Brink.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, I am proud to say I think that I am the last one still holding a Sun Surge. So my
No, I
strategy
still have
is
one too.
Oh,
Dude, I didn't think I
I
was
can
gonna
hold out. I can hold out longer than you.
I mean, I don't think that you will.
I finally fucking sold the thing. I go to the bathroom. I come back. There's another Sun Surge in the same place on top of it, like placed on top of the box in the same fucking pose. And I'm like, no!
I'll never be getting rid of it only because I've got one of each. Like that, they're not going to make another one. Takara's made one. There's no other company that's going to make one that's going to be worth switching out.
Sure. So
For
it's
the Sun
feasible for you
Surge.
to keep it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, if I didn't sell it this weekend, it was going to go under glass like Chris's test shot Ollie.
Break, I'm going to do. Oh.
I'm waiting for that new person who's just going to get into like collecting Masterpiece 5 years from now, and he is actually going to be like, you know what, I like that Sun Surge more than the other one, and no one's going to have him, and he's just going to walk into NJCC one day. Like, oh my god, there it is.
The longer, I feel like the later you are to this game, the more chance that you're just going to have an official MP collection. You won't need, you know what I mean? Because why would you ever buy the Sun Surge if you know? If there's, and not saying that they're knockoffs.
What if they don't like the official? The way it looks,
I just think that
like J. Ruse.
I mean, there is a lot of things on that Sun Surge that they do a lot better than
But I feel like the more official MP releases come out, the less that you're even have a wandering eye to even look down the third party aisle.
All I know is two people bought it this weekend. So there's a third one out there just for me.
That's true. All right.
Match.com. Buy my Sun Surge.
I'm going to do two things at the same time. Brink, what did you get this week? Let's kill two birds with one stone.
What did I get? Oh, well, we're just going to stretch this out here. I did pretty well. I'm drinking gin and tonic out of you can't see it. Maybe after I drink a little more. A Thundercat glass that I got.
Thundercat.
I have another sip
now.
Yeah.
Here it is.
That was
from Edgebox. Shout out to Miss Mike.
Look at Edgebox. Wow, what
that should have been that's the name of the episode. Is Thundercat.
Thunderclats.
Thundercat.
Blah, blah. I also saw blah, blah. I purchased is what I did. I purchased a wine glass with the Castle's Grayskull on it from Edgebox as well. And check out this packaging.
Oh man, the packaging game is on
point. Pull that back a little bit because it's a little too close. I don't understand. It's a wine glass. Is it in a?
Yeah, it's
How is it a glass?
Oh man,
it's like a little stubby
the packaging
is stemless. Yeah,
I gotta say right now, Edgebox is definitely stepping it up. I told her I'm going to be the new spokesman. Every time someone was coming around looking at looking at the glass as she makes a great glass. I was fucking killing him with the puns.
That may be worth it, dude. It may be worth to have a set of wine glasses of just evil layers.
Yep.
I know Castle Grayskull's not an evil layer, but it looks evil.
But dude, check out this packaging, man. It's got all confetti and stuff. You can totally reuse this.
Nice stickers on there.
Give something else to someone else someday.
If you're buying it for a gift,
incredible.
For a gift,
great fucking presentation.
All right, what else you get, Brink?
Just got some great jugs. I mean mugs.
I'm sure we'll get into traffic and stuff like that at the show later. But one seller came up to me and traded this for a Jawa. I don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with a video game, but I think this guy's mythic worthy. We'll probably get into that a little later too.
Is he a hero of the story?
Hero of the storm.
So you were not just taking money and PayPal and cryptocurrency. You were also doing trades.
Yeah, man. It's what this toy collecting selling life is all about, man.
I got half a Zagnut. And a Wawa hoagie. What can you do for me?
Well, dude, we had some extra Chick-fil-A left over, and we were thinking about trading food for toys to the hungry vendors there. But let's see. This guy is the hero of the storm, just like you were last year. You know?
Oh, dude, tell me about it. You know, my wife won't let me talk about this because she's afraid I'm going to jinx it.
Have another sip.
What you've been drinking?
I know. That's my saliva. But anyway, we haven't had a storm yet. I mean, we have storms every day, but no like named storms, no official storms. It's been quite nice.
Yeah, I think it's because all the heat's been up north, man. It's fucking hot and humid up here.
It's been dumb hot down here too.
Crazy,
it's fucking dumb.
That Jetstream needs to get its ass in order. What you say there?
Shout out to Jetstream.
And let's see. The Marvel 2-pack game. Gary and I split one up. He got the Killmonger, and I got the guy who played the Hobbit. So
you got the bad end of that deal.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like this guy. I'm building a team of agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know he's not really in that, but he fits. He's wearing a suit and tie, so it all works. NECA was there, basically almost giving away their stuff. So
dude, they said NECA's now 50% off. Everybody ran in there and
95%. Yeah,
are those? They're the ones that like last year or 6 months ago, and everybody was buying those specific Rim figures. They were made by NECA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh dang.
Oh no. The ones that we were making were Bandai. Made by
okay. All right.
Dude, like everything on those tables were anything that the worst properties in the world and the worst characters from the worst properties in the world were left.
And but you'll buy them if they're $5. So I picked up another Jaeger for that collection. Let's see here. The rock swap was in full effect. So I traded a Jurassic Park Raptor for a Toy World Orion head from Gort. Thank you.
Man, Gort, I don't think you made out on that deal.
Guy likes rapping.
And also, friends who didn't have tables who decided to come up and spend some time with us, they brought some things to sell too. So they were dropping stuff on people's table. And I got a Kubombao MP10V.
Oh,
that's the Voyager size Optimus. I got a trailer for him.
Nice.
So every Optimus deserves a trailer. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
It's true. It's fucking true.
Not the monkey.
Also, I picked up this Black Shadow, Sky Shadow type of thing. I've actually from Titan's Return. So the guy was selling it for retail price, and
you could find that on table.
Yeah,
and JC's.
Buy that just to sell it in March.
No. This guy is actually pretty cool. It's actually one of the better mainline Hasbro figures.
You're not going to sell that?
Nah.
Oh, let me see.
But I probably won't.
God bless.
I was say, prove it and open it right now.
I probably won't open it for 3 years.
God bless. Frank, God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
Dude, he looks good.
Unless you open it live on the show, I call bullshit.
Dude, this guy's badass. All right.
You missed a pretty good De Niro there, guys. I was doing
moving along. We had a friend, Sean, come and set up some tables at the Rock Island. Oh, not really. I'm just stretching this out, right?
I mean, we got.
No, you don't. We're good.
We're all right.
We're
You
good.
got to stretch unless you want to, but we don't got it.
Man, you brought a lot of shit, man.
It's not so much.
All right, go for it. Keep going.
I mean, tune in tomorrow night for JD. We'll be doing this for like 3 hours.
It'll be a 4-hour show tomorrow just on JD's Hall. You know what? Just refer the pic that's in the Facebook group. That's all.
Oh, you know what? I should have shared my haul pick. That would be much easier. But Sean, who is selling with us over at the Rock Island, I believe Bricks, you introduced him to us, right?
Yeah.
And so he's got a lot of cool stuff. But one of the things he did do was there was a 4-pack of Imperial Guards for Star Wars Black Series, and he decided to break them up and was selling them individually. So I only wanted this guard from that set, so I was able to pick up 2 of them from him.
I think that was a smart move to break those up, man.
He actually said he's been selling more ever since he broke up the set.
Nice. Smart.
I stopped by Brix's table, and I picked up something from Carter Industries. It's one of his little Lego mech guys. Bricks, I can't remember I don't know what the name of this one is. Oh, the werewolf. There it is right there.
The only thing I got from Brick's table is some purple drink and some penis.
Let's
Peanuts.
see.
Excuse me, peanuts.
See what else. And I picked up the over at the NJCC. They spotlight the Boss Fight Studios, who do the Vitruvian hacks. So I picked up a couple of these.
Man, how come none of us sat down and said, "Hey, man, you want to do an interview?" Everybody's so busy fucking selling,
busy hanging out.
Yeah. So these two, they do stuff with all different kinds of genres, like military and mythical. It's all about the mythical, you know what I'm saying? But these guys fit in well with like Lord of the Rings type stuff, and I started fucking around my little hobbits that I got back here, and I think they'll fit in well with them. And lastly, the crown jewel that I picked up.
bad fucking sea spray drum roll.
Is something I've been hunting and could never find.
Pussy?
And yeah, I didn't find that this weekend.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's still in the hunt for that.
It's very dry.
They're sold out everywhere.
But along those lines. Anyway, this is something that G Money got for me, and we did a trade because I picked up some other stuff for him. But I finally got my Jurassic Park Ellie Sadler figure. And if you want to talk about pussy, check out that gap.
Woo-wee! Was that high on your list?
That is a huge.
It is.
Nice.
Yep. And
Sweet.
that does it for me.
All right. Next up, we got filling in for Dan. We got Bricks on the dollar.
That's
What's
right.
happening, dude?
I'm here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Dude, thanks for filling in. Thanks for being available. You
Was
doing
it
all right?
The summer stand-in continues.
I know.
Summer stand-in event. I'm glad we got someone else on here.
Summer of
guests.
Summer of subs right here.
Was at NJCC, so it could give us a different perspective.
Yeah, definitely topical. Me being there, I had a great time. I brought the purple drink. I was a little bit more mellow than last time, and I didn't bring as much of it. And I think I brought the right amount.
3 liters, man. 2 liters.
I like that you have like a.
Lose just there? Or?
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
It froze up.
I never know if it's me.
Am I out?
No, you froze out a little. You froze up a little bit.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I said I like that you have a packaging for it.
Well, so I brought it to, I think, Dustapalooza, and Bobby said, I'm not drinking anything without a label. So I made a label.
Nice.
And that's the whole story.
Nice. All right, what'd you get this week, man?
I got the Throne of the Primes from Hasbro Toy Shop. I ordered that, and that actually had quite the story at NJCC. I brought it there. I put it out on my table, still in the box, for $120. That was the price where I'm comfortable waiting for Takara to put out in January. And I sold it for $120. Somebody had it for $90. Somebody had it for $95. Somebody had it for $100. I had mine for $120. It sold.
I guess they didn't look at the other tables.
Yeah, I guess not. I took the $120. I walked over to Brian's table and I bought his for $100. What he had it for. So that took my cost for mine down by $20. And then I put it back out for $120. Not really thinking it would sell. And at the end of the day on Sunday, because I wanted to keep the figure for myself, and I owed Gort the little Prime Masters because he's out of his mind and he likes those things. So I opened it up. I took off all the junk, the crown, the scepter, the Prime Masters, the chair. I took all that away. I kept the figure. I gave Gort the Prime Masters and the scepter, and then I sold some dude from one of the other tables the box, the chair, and the crown for $15. So I took my cost down by $35 on that thing. So I got it for $49 in the end.
Dude, flip life. That's a flip moment right there.
Piece
Yeah.
shit out, man. I guess when you piece things out for a living, you can piece fucking beast.
That's true. So I got that. I got people brought me some Lego, so I got some Lego, and then I bought. It's right over here. I don't know if you can see it. I got this big old Master Chief and Warthog from Halo because the guy directly across from me had it. It was $30. It's a lot of plastic for $30.
We can't
it's
see
staring
it,
at me. You can't? You can't
No.
see it
No.
right here?
No, because our heads are in the way.
Oh, sorry.
So
How about there?
There it is.
no. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Holy shit, that is nice.
Wow, what's the scale on that?
It's for 12-inch.
Nice.
It's a 12-inch Master Chief. He's more articulated than you think, but I still think he's a piece of shit. The Warthog is great, though. It's going to look great on the
Who
shelf.
makes
Just at, I don't know. I threw out the packaging.
All right, great.
I
I looked it up on Amazon. It's like $60 there. I feel like it's the kind of thing that was at Ollie's at some point for like $10, but that's okay. It was I felt like it was a good deal. I started panel lining it to make it a little bit better.
I didn't know you were a Halo fan like that.
Oh yeah,
I
Halo
should have
2
thought so. I should have thought, well, when you had the double needlers on your table and I shot the fucking needle across the room, and the guy selling the pops gave me a hard time because I was looking for the fucking needle that went behind his table. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, I'm a big Halo fan. Mostly the books more than the games, but Halo 2, best Halo, fight me.
Mm-hmm. No, I
And,
agree. I'm an H3 fan, but H2 was really good too, man.
That's right. And I think that's all I got. That's like my biggest purchase is that $30 Warthog that I don't know if I should have bought it, but it's huge and it's gonna look good on the shelf.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. All right, DustMites.
Yo.
doing?
Yo.
You
What's
wanna tell
up?
the people what you got?
Welcome to Enter the Realm.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I get? Okay, what did I get this weekend at NJCC other than great memories, friendships, hugs, kisses, no reach arounds, but all good.
Visits from
There's a lot of dudes there, huh?
Yeah, a lot of dudes. I picked up my Marvel Legends Wolverine from Crashbox, the Tiger Stripe. Got that from him.
the one you've been waiting for like
One I've been waiting for. You know what? I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just like, do I really need this? I'm looking at the neck. The neck's kind of wide. I'm not too fucking fond of that fucking face, but I'm trying to get out of this fucking Legends game, man. Trying to get out, and I just keep fucking.
Aren't you trying to complete some team of X-Men of some kind?
No, I can't go. No. I'm not going to try to do the Jim Lee X-Men because I'm so far behind, and some of the other figures just cost so much money. I'm not even going to fucking bother. I'm doing the Fantastic Four right now, and I was almost out. I was ready to bring my Fantastic Four set and throw it on a table for as a set 100 Surfer, Sue, Reed, and Johnny. Buy them as a set, all four for 100. But I didn't do it. But trying to do my Sinister Six, and what the thing is, I'd have no place for them right now. They're all sitting in a box. I've been here for a fucking year, and they're all sitting in a box. So what I need to do is just set up some, like maybe some shelving where my comic section is in the living room, and just maybe some ghost shelves and just put them on there and just
Ghost like the floaters.
Floaters, yeah, ghost shelves. That's
Do
what
it.
ghost shelves.
Go shelf killer.
You
And
know
then-
who can set those up for you? Gary. Gary would love to set those
Well,
up.
I would love for Gary to come here and put them up for me. And then speaking of Gary, I went down the Marvel Legends road again.
Oh, nice.
The Toy
You
Biz.
have that at one
retro-
point?
Yeah, I do. I have a Pizza Spotty already, but I don't have the retro. And look at the price point on there.
Yeah, dude.
$5.
So for
Just
$5,
not even dollars, just five.
Five what?
Five what? Right.
What?
Five
What do you want?
prepared
Five what?
meals.
5 fingers? 5 knuckles? What do
Yeah,
you
he
want?
probably
What do you
would take
think,
5 meal preps.
So, considering
Yo,
Gary,
shout out to frozen chicken.
considering Gary's love for pizza, I know it was hard for him to part with that one.
Yeah, man. So for $5, man, I'm not gonna open this. I'm just gonna throw it somewhere in the apartment somewhere. Look pretty cool, wall art, and that. And then when we're leaving, I guess Chris was what don't I want to pack up and bring home? And he gifted me one of his older Detolf Dio creations.
Oh, the
Like
shelves, dude.
Oh,
That's
a little riser action for it's very nice of him to just say, "Hey, Dust, you want this? Sure, take it."
Dude,
And
those things come in handy, man.
my NJCC wasn't too big, but when I got home, I had a huge surprise in the mailbox. I had my my deluxe Baldwin TF Con shirt.
Oh, you did bulls, huh?
Yeah, I did balls. And you know what the thing is?
The bulls.
I saw it was a Hanes tagless t-shirt, and I'm like, oh man, these things run really fucking small. So I got a shirt that's 2 times size, and when I got it, it's pretty fucking big.
Nice.
I'm gonna look like Wallace from The Wire wearing this.
It'll
thing.
shrink down at least the
oversized white
size,
t-shirt
though, when you wash it.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash it once or twice. But shout out to Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Not bad, really good quality. Usually when you order t-shirts from these like prefab places that just run them out as you sell them, sometimes you're not getting the best quality. But honestly, guys, really
good. Getting better, man. Just technology is getting better.
Really good work. So it comes from Teespring. So if you guys are on the fence about quality wise on the shirt, it's pretty good, man. Pretty good. And I don't know if I needed 2 sizes too big, but
Shout out to a Chicago Bulls themed shirt printed on a Hanes t-shirt who Michael Jordan was the spokesman for. That's
there
just
fucking... You see how we did there?
I'm in for the 4th time.
And I'm trying to think, really, other than a fantastic weekend and fun times and meeting some new people and seeing some old people and family and friends, man, it was great, man. That's all I got.
Sweet. Well, as for me, actually, I got something. I got something this week. I got a new pair of sneakers. I got some Adidas pods. For those that know, they're pretty nice. And I'm actually working on something. I know I haven't gotten it yet, but I think it's okay to talk about it because I am working on it. I'm working on getting type 2 diabetes.
I'm close. I think I got like types. I'm working on type 7.
I'm pretty fucking close. So that's going swell. And then that's it. Yeah,
I got a little bit of the gout working in too. They're marching. The gout's marching its way in too.
Gout's a little out of my price range right now, but I'm saving for it. Storing it up. So it's pretty sweet. Apologies to anybody that type 2 diabetes that has it and that joke offended you. I'm sorry. Yeah. But all right, do we have any TF news? Are we just talking about NJCC? I'm up for either.
I don't think
we have any news in out.
I did not pull any news. I saw that Bad Cube showed a render of a shadow of a figure in that
that new line
that they're doing, but
I
don't know what that is.
That beast line or whatever.
The Moss Toys throne.
Yep, I heard about that on SCU.
And it's purple with no paint apps, and that's it. $40, $39.99. No, thank you. That's about it, man. That's about it this week, man. There's nothing this week, man.
30 said, "Don't get it. He has it. It's no joke. He's talking about the diabetes, not the throne."
Oh, sorry. Bricks, any hot Lego news?
No.
All right, next up.
No.
Anything? Hey Dan, anything non-Transformer this week?
Huh? No. Just just working on.
Shout out to the voice. We saw Matt this weekend, man.
I know. I saw that. I was gonna come up.
In the fucking house both days, man. Shout out to Matt.
Dan talks like this. I think in my mind, this is how he talks. So shout out to maybe that's why he talks so soft. Is because his dick's small. I don't think there's a correlation, but if there is, there's a doctor that listens. I don't know why you do, but let us know.
If that happens to you and you talk so low because of that, you could always buy a Blue Yeti microphone to amplify your voice because it works well for me.
Dan talks like he really is a shouter, but he just holds it back.
So shout out to Asian Kid Matt who popped through this weekend. He's doing well.
So before we talk about him, let's talk about beginning. All right, NJCC.
All right, you're the question guy. We're gonna go right into the.
Let me set it up. It's NJCC. It happens, to my understanding, 2 times in a year. It happens sometime in August, September, sometime in March or April.
Yeah, there's always a fall show, and it used to be 3 times a year.
And then they realized it was too much.
Sundays. Now they went to 2 times a year weekend shows.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're technically getting an extra day out of it. So that's cool.
Mhm.
All right. So it's in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So let's talk about it.
Shout out to the
so
Holiday
for those,
Inn, the only hotel that has the smallest bathroom I've ever seen in my life.
for those that don't know, we don't have to get into it too far, but I do see some new faces. So I just want to make sure. What is NJCC? What is it?
New Jersey's Collectors Convention.
Collectors Convention. And is it specifically for, like, is it not like it's just for selling stuff, right? So it's not, they have artists and stuff there too?
It's not a convention.
They used to, like, there was artists there back in the day. Like, every once in a while, you'll have, like, what's his name?
Dan Cannon.
Dan Cannon was there, a couple other artists. Every once in a while, you'll have some other creative stuff in there. You have the Cobra. What the fuck is that? The guys that dress up. I can't remember.
Oh, they were there this weekend.
Yeah, Brian remembers who they are because Brian remembers everything. He's a Brinkalizer.
But so is collectors is convention the wrong word for it then? Realistically,
well,
Yeah.
you may
so
say,
Brick said
yeah,
yes.
yeah. I mean, but recently they're getting more into, like, especially these big things you're doing now with the boss fights and the Marauders. Like, they're coming in and they're doing like custom shows and stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool, like if maybe they could start some panels or get some bigger guests in there to like do it. But this venue, what the hell? Where are you gonna do a panel in that place? You know what I mean?
So it's safe to say that it's
the biggest room in the venue is where the dealer room's at. You know what I mean? So
it's safe to say it's a sales show. You're going there for sale.
For them to say that, like,
Right.
you know, we got this special guest and we're gonna do a panel, but there's no room to do that panel to support the crowd that's there. You know what I
Right.
mean? So unless they do something like, say, in the lobby, instead of having like boss fights or other people there, they just open up an area where people could just crowd around and listen. But you know, I see the potential of it growing more, just not in that location.
So was it busier is it steadily getting busier? Was it busier now than it was the last show? No,
not this
Okay.
one.
Talk about that, Bricks.
Yeah, as Dom would say, the summer one, the August one, is always the worst of them attendance wise. And I think I remember the one that they canceled being the most popular for shopping, which is unfortunate. So the March-April one is now the good one.
Well, it's tax season.
Do you think that it's so close just because it's the end of the summer though too? It's like the end of the summer. People are doing
a
finishing
lot
up
of vacations in August,
getting
man.
kids ready for school.
And plus, there was MonsterCon. That wasn't too far.
Well, I mean, this show always falls on the same weekend as the Monster Mania or whatever it's called, which is across the street. Really, it's the next hotel over, and it's a much bigger hotel and convention center.
But are they sharing? Is NJCC and this MonsterCon really sharing?
the same crowd.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the way to put it,
so.
but yeah. So, you know, I mean,
There's
I don't know
people
if that's an
talking
issue.
about the other one at this one, but I don't know that anyone is making a trip out of going to both of them.
And
Like,
well,
shit, we can only do one.
another
I
thing
guess
is
we're
like
doing.
being that other hotel was so close, people were staying at this hotel, going to that show, coming back and checking out the show that was in the hotel. So they were double dipping also.
Do you think that NJCC needs to just cancel the 2 shows a year, just do the one, but do it bigger?
No, I don't think they need
Still
to
keep
cancel.
it the 2?
I think you need
Okay.
multiples still. Yeah.
I think they need to go back to one day.
You think the weekend is
And
is
add
not
another
doing it?
show? Like, so go back to doing 3, but just one day each?
Yeah, it was 3 singles, and now it's 2
Right.
doubles.
Why do you think the 2 doubles why do you think 2 days hurts it?
I don't think they're getting more people than they did in one day. I think the same amount of people are just going to one or the other.
It's still new, also, the fact that they're doing this weekend stuff. So maybe it just hasn't got in there. It hasn't settled in. But I remember back in the day, like Sunday, like you couldn't walk. You couldn't walk in there on a Sunday at like 11 o'clock.
Well,
Yep.
let me ask you, Bricks, because you've been selling there since before like the Realm really got in, right? Weren't you the one that kind of got the Realm into getting some tables and stuff?
We started selling at the same time. I got tables
okay.
at the last minute, and then several of the guys piled on to that, and then we've been selling every time since then.
Our tables, if any of you know, our
hold on.
tables.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Chuck in the chat says Boss Fight Studios won't do the show if it's only one day. That's why they do the 2-day show.
All right. So that's
basically Chuck's got some insight that we don't.
Well, he probably just asked why.
Yeah, Chuck's got those. Chuck's got those. Those private eyes. They're watching you.
But I mean, I'm just wondering. So is the booth space the same when it was just 1 day, or now versus 2? Is it costing you more for the 2 day?
It's double. So they just took the cost of 1 day and said, "Well, you're doing 2 days, so now you pay twice as much."
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're not wrong.
So at that point, they're making a little bit more dough with the 2 days. They're getting an actual. When they were doing 3 shows, now they're doing 2 shows, but getting more money than the 3.
So I kind of feel like this is. I feel like it's the responsibility of the entity putting on the con, and I don't know who runs NJCC, but if you're going to make it 2 days now and charge double the booth space, then it's your responsibility to get other people in there to get the draw. So these retailers, then you know what I mean. So it's like they're kind of I feel like should be responsible for getting more, even like you said, if it's panels or whatever, or more special guests. Like that's on them to kind of do that shit. I think.
Yeah.
But I think also there is a shift. So you know how we've been doing this for 160 shows, right? Mainstream. And we have seen the shift in collecting, from the age group that's doing it to what people collect, things of that nature. We've seen that shift drastically, right?
Yeah.
And in the Transformer world, we've seen it shift drastically in a very short period of time last year.
I'm telling you guys right now, I've seen such a change in that show from when we first started going, like me and Steele going back in the day, just like 2 of us.
And
compared to what it is now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to. Like people back then, that show they were going there for vintage stuff. And I'm wondering if that's drying up. Like there's people not really looking for that stuff anymore. Yeah. Right. So if they remember that show as being something like that, maybe that's why there's a smaller attendance now.
Yeah.
Is it that they're not looking for vintage stuff, or is it that the Realm presence got kind of so big that it became about selling modern stuff?
The toy gang is imposing. They don't want to hang out.
Come on, man. Listen, honestly, man, like I'm going to tell you, this show was like the Marvel Legends show, because not even just the Realm Square, but everybody. Marvel Legends were every fucking where, and maybe it's because it's so easy to get waves now through Entertainment Earth and whatnot, and everybody thinks they're JoJo seller, but it's everywhere. But I really think, man, like the modern way, if maybe they need to. I don't know, man, because back when it was vintage, it was just the same fucking guys every show with the same collection. And this is what I tell people is like, here are guys that are holding on to shit that they don't want to get rid of. And their wife's like, get rid of that shit. All right, I'm going to a show. I'm doing the New Jersey show. And they bring it there and they price things so fucking high and they know nobody's going to buy it. And at the end of the day,
sorry, babe, no one bought it.
Yep, nobody bought it. I'm bringing my collection back. You know what I mean? Because the tables are pretty reasonable. And, if you price things properly, you can make your money back. And I don't see that anymore. I see a little bit of that. I see a little bit of the same sellers. And,
right.
I miss some of the older dealers, they're not there any longer, or they're not there every show anymore. But to see how, and I'm not saying that we did this, but through our promotion and getting people in there, and third party is bigger now. Transformers were bigger when Transformers were big. It was a big G.I. Joe convention. It's less G.I. Joe now. It's more Marvel Legends is in there. The hero stuff. It's just changing. It's changing lanes to where next thing you know. The cosplay, and you got that with the G.I. Joe guys and stuff. You bring more of that in there. You bring more of the comic element. You just find that fine-tuning balance. You know what I mean?
But there's real quick, but there's like some of the stuff that people are really going for now. Like there's no main retailer in there selling like import stuff, right? There's no. Hung was in there with the third party, but his stock's relatively low now. And the stuff that we bring to sell personally, for the most part, it's used. Some people might not be looking for used stuff.
Yeah, they don't want to. Yeah.
And I know, from a turnover. When it comes to mass-produced Transformers, and the scene, right? There's not a lot of turnover right now. And people would most likely be going to that show looking for make toy seekers, not the recycled to car seekers that people are trying to unload, right? Even though those were selling at the show as well.
Oh boy, did they sell!
Yeah, Gort made.
Well, like Lunar Toys used to pop in there. They don't pop in there anymore. But every time Lunar Toys was the first time Lunar came in there, you had some good shit, but you know, like 4 or 5 shows later, it's the same shit from 4 years ago at the higher prices, you know, at retail prices.
Yeah, and this time around, like I did really well at this show, but I'll tell you that I spent $800 on merch in like the last 45 days just to bring there because I knew it was going to be stuff that people weren't going to see. Like I bought every exclusive on Hasbro Toy Shop last week, right? Hoping that it would be there in time for that show, and I sold it all, well, except for one piece, right? Because I knew that, you know, people were going to be looking for that because they didn't have a chance to get it online or didn't have a chance to get it from the con or didn't want to pay aftermarket prices on eBay.
Let me ask you.
I bought some rare stuff in the store, like Target and Walmart and stuff, just to bring it so that people could get it there.
Let me ask you a question about that. And if I don't know if it's a kind of a dick question, I guess you don't need to answer it. I'm trying to be a dick, but like you're saying, you bought all this stuff from the Hasbro Toy Shop, right? Is that what you said? Yeah. Bought it from? Are you buying it with the intention, like, look, I want people to have options, or you're like, oh, you're buying it like, man, these things will sell because, you know, so you're just buying them just to flip them?
I basically made $35 on all the stuff that I sold there. So
you're buying it just to have an assortment to kind of say, look,
I had a slight markup, and like I brought that stuff out, and it presents well. And it brought people to my booth.
That's what I was just going to say.
Brian,
yeah, so that's just good business. Yeah, you're just talking about good business.
I was just going to say, Brian is very smart because he will go out and buy something just to put it on his table, just to bring people to it.
Yeah, and you got to attract.
The first thing was,
honey, you got to attract them flies.
Yeah, the first time he did that was when we first started selling. We're in the lobby. He brought his Toy World constructor. He says, I don't want to sell it, but I'll put it on the table just to bring people in there.
Didn't you wind up selling it too?
And guess what? He sold it. It was gone.
I remember that.
Sold it for a loss too. But you know, the Realm is in there with a big presence. I mean, we're in there, shenanigans, making noise, having a good time.
We were the ones bringing the energy, man.
And I want to bring merch too that people are interested in getting as well. I mean, same thing. Like when that Figure Arts Thanos came out, I bought a couple because I wanted to put one on the table. And you know, one of my regular customers, I can't believe I have regular customers now. He was like, "Dude, you got it," and I was like, "Yeah, man, here you go." You know,
yeah, cool though.
So,
do you feel like now, like shit? All right, I got to do it every time now. Like now, like you have to almost have this store that you're gonna try and,
you know,
not store, but like
the other thing,
feel compelled to do it.
I do feel compelled to do it, and I feel good to do it. Like TFCon this year, I'll buy the exclusives. And I did it last year, and I brought them to the spring show. And there were guys that were just like, "Oh man, you have it! That's awesome!" And you know, it's funny. You see them, they're like, "Dude, he's got it over there. That's the thing that I was telling you about." And I was like, "Yeah, come on over here and buy the damn thing." You know,
you know, the eavesdrop into the 2 foot away conversation. Man.
Yep.
I'm gonna ship a ton of stuff to Brink for the March show.
All right, man, let's do it.
And be like, "Yo, look, let's make some business deals. Let's make this happen." All right, so talk to me then about, I guess, just the vibe of the show. So you get there on Friday, and not even the vibe of the show. That's wrong. Talk to me just about the vibe of the Realm and hanging out. So you guys get there on Friday.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
It's like, you know, it's great that, you know, everybody's getting tables and we're selling things, but you know, the core of all this was just about us meeting up and having a good time. So let's not let the money stray from why we're doing this, you know, to get people together and to find like-minded people and celebrate the Realm. Right. It was great, man. It was awesome, man. I got there. Shout out to Vinny, man. We drove down. He picked me up. We drove down there. We got there about 3:00. Went to Wegmans. Shout out to Wegmans. That's across the street. Fucking crazy ass store. Went to the liquor store. Picked up some shit for the room. Had some Chick-fil-A with some. Had a nice buffalo crispy with some Salvation sauce on there. You know, I felt good. I felt very uplifted. Oh. And we went back to the hotel and we chilled because we're the only ones there at the time. And then everybody started trickling at like 5, 6 o'clock. And then we went to get dinner. And we went to a badass diner, the Cherry Hill Diner, Brian. What'd you think about that place? That place was great.
I loved it, man. And it was like, where do you want to go? I'm like, we're in Jersey. We need to go to a diner.
Yeah, I know you love them old school.
So how many of you rolled up into this diner?
It was 1, 2, 3, Pinkerton, 4, 5, 6, me, you, Vin. 10. Yeah, about 10 of us. Right, so JD and Chan and, you know, Energon Addict, you know, so.
We all got breakfast.
Yeah, we all had breakfast. We all got breakfast. Shout out to Scrapple.
Yeah,
Nobody
man.
knew what Scrapple was, and
I picked
Scrapple
up
was
some
on the table.
Scrapple so people could try it. Energon Addict tried Taylor ham for the first time.
What is Scrapple?
Don't
ask.
look it up. Just eat it.
All right, but well, I don't know when I'll ever eat it. Why don't you just tell me what it is?
I refuse to explain it because I want to keep eating it.
It's parts of the pig that are pressed down.
Okay.
On
I
a
just
griddle.
assumed it was like eggs and bacon and something like that. Like I thought it was like everything.
It's a pork product. It's a pork product, kind of like chopped up like hash, but not hash, not mixed with the potatoes.
So it's basically the parts of the pig
flips.
that they just all throw together and then just cook it. But it's delicious, I'm assuming.
Oh, it's fantastic if it's done right.
Yeah, all right. Shitload of guts is what Jedi Mind said. All right, what was the other thing? Scrapple. And what was the other thing you mentioned, Dust?
I had some French toast, man. French toast, and everybody
else mentioned something else.
Oh, Taylor ham.
Taylor ham.
Taylor ham. Sorry, it was Brink.
Yeah. Yeah, pork roll for the first time, which was really good.
Yeah, we had a fight at Taylor ham with pork roll at the table. But
now, Bricks, did you get there Friday, or you did not? Did you not roll until Saturday?
I think I lived the closest of anybody. So,
so you just rolled in day of.
Yeah, I commuted to this show.
All right. And what time did you? Well, sorry. So let's finish talking about Friday, and then we'll talk about Saturday. So you guys go out, you eat some pig intestines and some ham rolls, and then what'd you do?
Yeah, we just came back to the hotel, and
and fucking yacked.
Everybody kind of like split up. Chris went up with his fam and chilling because they had a long ride, and they just got here recently. So
it was just mellow. It was
mellow. We were just all having a couple beers, and some guys went out to smoke some cigarettes and some other shit. And then I was in bed by 10, which was crazy. I was in bed by 10.
You were smart.
Yeah, because you know what? I got up at 4 the next morning, and 5 o'clock started set. Oh, well, I wasn't setting up, but everybody was setting up. I was down there giving my moral support, here to help.
All right. So what time did the show open on Saturday?
8 o'clock early bird, 10 o'clock official.
All right. So you guys are up at 5 a.m. setting up?
Yep.
Chris and family were there
3
a.m.
3 a.m. setting up.
Why?
Dude, it's because...
Did they have that much stuff? Did they have that much stuff?
They had, bro.
They brought 2 cars. Yep.
Separate cars. Pinkertons had separate cars, man.
Yep.
Yo, shout out to Edgebox. Fucking that display was incredible.
Yeah, we should go through some pics too later.
They should call it the NJPC. It's the New Jersey Pinkerton Con.
Yo, even Chris,
nasty though, just
even Chris said it was good. I put together this cool video and I sent it to him. So if he throws it up on his site, man, you can check it out. What he had up there, man, it was fucking great.
All right, so those guys started setting up the day before. Chris, what time did you roll in?
I got there later than I wanted to. I think I got there at just before 7.
Well, you were in time to get the early bird, though, right?
Oh yeah. I wasn't late. Unlike Mike from Blackout and Shout, he thought setup started at 8. He got there at 8, and he's running in with boxes and stuff.
He's like,
people are shopping.
He's probably stressing the fuck out. Like, oh my god!
Is there a lot of people that come in for the early bird? Like, is it worth getting up and like
only on Saturday?
Yeah, the Saturday. It's the hardcore collectors that want to get in there, and a lot of these guys like they're bin divers. You know what I mean? A lot of guys like to dive in the bins and see what they can find. So there are a lot of those guys.
Now, you guys have the premium spaces this time,
dude. We had the Rock Island, man.
Yeah, it's from I remember just the first year you guys we were outside. They put us in a whole other room, but it worked out well.
Yeah, man. I liked the first time we sold. We did very well in the lobby because not only did we get the show traffic, but we also got like the people that were there but didn't want to pay for the 10. They didn't want to pay for early bird, but they were still able to shop off our tables.
Well, I understand, yeah.
And then you had regular hotel traffic going to the restaurant and whatnot.
Dude, and if you're there to be seen, like if you're the first table and you have a lot of good shit, you're in the best spot ever.
Yeah.
Done.
Done. All right, so
and also the lounge is back there with the comfortable chairs.
Yeah, we had the lounge. We had the R.O.C. lounge.
All right, so you guys are on Rock Island. Explain that for people that have never been. Why do you call it Rock Island?
Because we get 13 tables that are basically in a circle. and it's
Square.
a ring. But it's no longer the ring.
ring?
Round, so we call it the island.
Rectangle. It's a rectangle.
Oh, okay. So you guys basically are sealed off inside of fucking.
So you basically walk into the room. The room's a rectangle. You got tables. It's your basic setup. You got your tables around the whole
like around the perimeter. Right.
and then you have two sets
tables on the
of double
interior.
tables, two islands on both sides, and we had one whole island.
Okay. Now, where was Bobby and Hung? Were they? I know last year they got stuck in some back room. Did that?
Oh
happen
no, they
again?
had a good spot. They were
Okay,
just
good.
basically right to the corner in the perimeter, right near our island. So
everybody can just talk shit all day. All right, so good. All right, so early bird Saturday show starts at 8. Tell me about it. Don't all talk at once.
Catching up on this.
Crickets. That sounds about right.
It was good. I did a good amount of selling to some of the other vendors, or at least I thought they were vendors because I see them there every time, and they're either there all day long or they're vendors. So I had bins on the floor, which it's a bin diving kind of show, and I don't think anybody else in the realm had bins on the floor. So I sold. First sale of the day was in like the first 10 minutes, and it was $330. And
wow, somebody just bought the whole tub, huh?
Pretty much. I had 5 tubs on the floor, and that was just a little bit from every one of them.
What kind of stuff? What did you have in the tubs?
I had Brick's Beast Pile back again, just bagged beasts in a bin.
Mount Clutchmore.
Mount Clutchmore. That's right. I don't think I said that once this weekend. Oops.
Hey, Chris, shout out to bin diving when you have cleavage in a low cut shirt. Am I saying?
Oh man, we saw the mayor deemeth the best lady of the weekend.
Yeah,
on Saturday.
Sure. For sure.
What was up with her?
Just bending over and digging through bins.
Was she a collector, or what was she looking for?
It doesn't matter.
She was a spouse of a collector.
All right, so she's really getting in there. She's down for the cause.
Yep.
She was. He was digging in the bins for like 10 minutes, and she was fine with it. So yeah, that sale paid for my tables, paid for my tolls, the commute, and paid for staffing at my store while I was in Jersey all weekend.
Oh, dude, you just broke even just on that one sale.
Yeah. And awesome. The rest of the day went pretty well. It totally died at like, I don't know, 1 p.m., which is bad because the show goes till 4. So at 1, it was just over.
That wasn't that bad. I mean, a lot of people went to lunch. There was some traffic afterwards. You talking about on Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't totally dead. There was some people coming in through later on.
Why do you think, so from your perspective, Chris, why do you think it died like that? Like, what do you attribute that to? Just not being that great of a year?
Because there's, it's lunchtime. Everybody leaves for lunch. I don't know how long you can look around in that room. It's not that big a room. I don't think people are going to lunch and then coming back. I think if you see all the tables, you leave.
Yeah. And
okay. So it's just.
Yeah. And there's things to do around there. I mean, you can go back every hour for the raffle prizes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one thing that brings everybody back on the hour. When you get close to the hour again, the people start coming back in for the door prizes. So then you get a little bit more of people walking around again saying, let me go check that again. Maybe I want to do this,
So contrary to popular belief, it's not your milkshake that brings all the people back.
No.
Sure.
But it's funny about those raffle prizes because you'll just get, like I like to call them normies just come in. So, for instance, this year I had a Star Wars spatula that I received for Christmas and a set of salt and pepper shakers, Star Wars related.
The family, hey, you're a nerd. You're gonna enjoy these gifts.
Yeah. So yeah, my family gives me this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. So this lady, she's waiting for the numbers to be called. She's like, hey. She's like, my sister loves Star Wars. I'm going to get this for her. And I'm like, hey.
There you go. Sold.
I was like, salt and pepper set here. She's like, yeah, give me that too.
That's great.
You know what was also cool was like Saturday, like not everybody can make it for the whole day. So you just had a wave of members coming in, waves. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's just coming through. Like, oh shit. Yo, I gotta bounce. Yo, I gotta bounce. But it was just so cool. It was just like constantly. You had your core people that were there, that were down for the weekend, and you just had your basic your realm members coming in like left and right. You know what I mean? Just what's up? You know?
Yeah, man. People like Abraham,
Remedy,
Barry.
Oh man, there's so many, man. You know, shout out to
James-
fucking Tattoo Devil, and there's I got a story about his buddy, but
Dude, James, Frank Harvey, you know, it's just awesome. You know, we didn't see New York Mike this time. I haven't actually seen him in the group in a while. I meant to hit him up, see what's going on.
Yeah, he told me he wasn't gonna make it to this one. I have some Lego for him,
All right, cool.
but he's gonna stop by my store this month sometime.
yeah, so it's just awesome to see, like, you know, you occasionally see people like you're in the middle, you're behind a table, you're doing whatever you got to do, and like, oh shit, you know, you see them people roll through. So
Right.
Someone I didn't expect to see was Paul from the Comic Trips YouTube channel. They moved down to South Carolina, I think, or something like that. But he was in town. He stopped by, so I got to chat with him. That was pretty cool. It's just good to see all these people stop through.
yeah, man, shout out to Bobby Starscream, man. I think we broke the internet. We had a picture with Bobby, Chris, and Pinkerton. I took the picture, so I couldn't get in, and we would definitely broken the internet then, if you know our history.
He was there last time too, right? Last
Yeah,
show?
he pops through every once in a while, but
Yeah,
you know, to
that's
have
cool.
all of us in that same area at the same time is like, wow, you know, it was very nostalgic,
cool.
man. It was a really good feeling, man. Really good time.
Yeah, nice. All right, so I'm so it ends at 4 then, huh?
On
And they just
Saturday.
lock the doors, or do you have to pack up completely?
No, Brian, where the hell did you get all them sheets from?
So Walmart had like a set of 12 sheets for really cheap. Or not Walmart, excuse me, Amazon. So I bought some, and I was handing out sheets at the end of the night, Jessica.
Right. That's from the last meeting.
Were they white sheets?
Yes,
Green?
it's like,
Yeah.
like Brian. I know you're down south, but how south are you?
Yeah. That's
So yeah, if
suspicious.
you're set up inside the room, you can just leave because they lock the doors.
Yeah,
But
they
if,
just lock
if you're
it up.
set up in the
Yeah.
lobby,
You're gonna clean up, huh?
you got to basically load out.
Yeah, so we threw the sheets on everything, and then we hightailed at the fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, man.
Oh, B-dubs, huh?
Oh,
Dude,
there we go. Here we go.
How many
Oh
people?
no,
Yeah, what do we have? 38 people?
28.
28.
Do you call them and
people.
let them know that you're coming?
Nah.
Yeah. So, Jessica, I don't know if you remember last year. Last year, Chris called and told them that, and then when we all showed up, he's like, "Yeah, I called before," and they're like, "Oh, you were serious?"
Right. I remember that.
He made
So
it
this
like it was
time
a-
they knew.
He made it was like it was a business dinner of.
But this time they told him again, and we show up, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get it together for you." But it was slow. It was slow in there. It was slow in there.
we made.
All right,
this-
so it sounds like just for whatever reason the city was slow, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if it's slow there, like you know what I mean. Like I figure, like last time NJC was popping, B-dubs was packed.
August
There's a
is a very bad vacation month, man. Even for me, like in my business, we are down quite a bit because this is a big vacation month, you know, especially towards the last couple of weeks of August.
It's right before school starts.
Yep. Everybody's getting that
The
last
weather's,
ride.
Weather's ungodly hot. The Earth's heating up everywhere. Shout out to global warming.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the weather dominator.
All right, so B-dubs. How long are you guys waiting for this table of 28?
Oh boy.
They seated us rather quickly. Me and Dom were there first because Dom and I were rooming together, and the Pinkerton family. So we got there, and then people started coming in a little bit later.
And then they just give you one server, or do they?
That was there was a little issue.
Bobby was there with his whole family. Dude, it was big. 28 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people. Like I feel bad for that server. Like just to get. Do you guys?
Well, you know what?
you
Why
guys
you
do
giving-
all
why are
separate
you
checks
giving us
too?
one server with 28 fucking people? That's what I had a little nice talk with the manager because we were all done eating and then there was one side of the table just getting their food.
Yeah.
man.
I was trying to get the servers. The server just got really,
And
he
that's-
got
it's a-
cocky with me. I was like,
That's not that dude's fault. It's and again,
Well,
if you guys
you
are
know-
doing all separate checks, he basically has 28 tables at
yeah,
one
but
time.
you know what?
Or give or take.
Exactly what I said. Do you want to talk to a manager? Yes, I do. And then the manager came over and he tried talking to me like at the table. I said, all right, we're going to take it over here. Got up. We walked to the side. I said, look, man, there's 28 fucking people here, man. I said, look around. This place is dead. We are your Saturday night. We are your Saturday night. You know what I mean? At like 8, 9 o'clock at night, this place is fucking ghost town. One server? Are you kidding me? Why are they eating 45 minutes after we all finished?
It was 6. We met there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's how early it was.
We were
And
out.
he was like, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And he like came over and he was trying to give me like $5 off coupons. I said, you know what? Don't give them to me. Go give it to the people that are sitting there eating after 45 minutes. And like, we have people with kids. Everybody wanted to leave. They were getting antsy because we were all done 45 minutes earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, half the table was done.
Half the table was done.
Before the other.
Yeah,
This
that's
half
rough.
started,
I
so-
mean, too, like, I don't know. I hear what you're saying. Like, yeah, that's definitely poor planning on the management's part. But I feel like you guys probably need to kind of get it together before. Like, if you know how many people are going in March, you should probably let a restaurant know. Like, hey, we're definitely going to be there.
This place does not take reservations.
They don't.
And we have
not even for parties of like.
Nope.
And this
That's why they called it a business meeting last time, because they don't do that kind of thing.
And this is the third or fourth time we've done this. So yeah, we know the rules there. This just doesn't work as well as we'd like.
Are the options limited? I remember like the first couple of years you guys were going to that hotel barbecue spot that I heard was like not the greatest, and then it sounds like past couple times.
Well, hold on real quick. We have been there before, not with 28 people, but with like 18 or 22 or something like that.
Did you do the wing challenge last year, Chris? Wasn't that you and
no, that was
Toy
Addict.
That was different.
Okay, my bad.
But just in these other instances where we've had large amounts of people, yeah, they'd give us one server, but they would have a team of people helping this waitress out, like bringing all the food
and shit.
Yeah, there was no runners, there was no nothing.
Yeah, this guy was like, they set him up to fail, basically. And he was probably getting a little pissed, and
that's what the manager said. He's like, I want to get rid of this guy, so that's why.
Oh, well, thanks a lot. You also want to get rid of your patrons as well. Like, why the fuck would I go?
Well,
back
basically, no, he didn't say that. I'm just fucking with you. But basically, what I was saying is, I was like, looking around. There's nobody here. This is your bread and butter right now. Why wouldn't you put a full team on here to make this go well? Why?
Yeah,
why wouldn't you do it?
Especially because if you think about it, if you would have got everybody's food out and then everybody's eating and then everybody's still chilling, you know what I mean? Like you're going to chill, you're selling drinks nonstop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We don't need to turn this into how to run a restaurant show.
You know, when you're in a restaurant business, you know what? You're selling your food, but you know where you make your money is the booze. Right. So if you're not cranking these beers and drinks out and you're making the people wait, they're not going to want, like, yeah, I waited fucking 20 minutes for this fucking beer. I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to start drinking water. You know what I mean? You want to keep getting that fucking dough out there, man. You got to keep cranking that money.
Yeah, at one point, I went up to the bar to get me and Dom a beer.
Because it was waiting so fucking long.
And the waiter saw me. He's like, no, I already rung it up for you. They're bringing it out to you now. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, cool.
I'm like, I'll drink this one by the time you bring that one out, guy.
Yeah.
All right, well. All right, so then what happens after that? You guys go back?
Good, the food was good, man. It's Buffalo Wild Wings. It's not the best, but, it's something that it's a tradition now.
Yeah.
Did you guys chill then afterwards, like back at the hotel? Nobody's chilling outside?
Some of us did. There were some people who stayed at a different hotel. Some stayed at our hotel. We went back to the bar. Fran was there with the crew, and there was a band playing. Some Don Cheadle's sister was playing that night.
Laura Cheadle.
Yeah, she was playing that night, and so there was a little band going there, and her
name was Laura Cheadle. She's very talented, actually.
Yeah, we had a couple beers, little people grabbing beers. We went outside, chilling a little bit, and yeah, man, it was like basically, people just kind of did their own thing. Like I said, it was a long day.
Yeah,
right.
I started my day at 4 a.m. and I went to bed at 2:30 or 2:30. So it was a long day, and I know a lot of people have longer days.
It sounds like too, it's like a little bit more business minded since you got some booths and stuff. So it's I mean, I only know
I agree, man. It loses the whole appeal of, hey, we're all
chilling, just fucking rowdy.
It's like all of a sudden it's turned into how much money did I make, and I got to wake up early in the morning to make more money.
So it sounds like to me it's definitely cool to come out, but it almost sounds like the joy of the show is having stuff to sell and having a booth. Like if you're just coming as a member of the realm just to fucking chill, it sounds like that may not be
not necessarily
time.
not since that we have the island now, because people could come into the island because there's so much room in between tables, and we're chilling, we're talking, and we're bullshitting. You know what I mean? But I do understand what you're saying, and that's one of the things that's been kind of bothering me lately. Was like, it's great to do this and everybody's making money, but you know what? The whole point of this is for us to come chill and hang out and build the community up more. You know what I mean?
I just know that I feel bad.
I mean, if there's 30 of us there, we're gonna have someone to talk to all day long. It doesn't, right? It doesn't matter. If
No, but what he's saying was like the people that's come in that's not selling.
Yeah, like if I was coming up just to hang out, I'd be like,
I want to hang out with you, but you're busy.
You guys,
you're
right?
busy because you're selling, and I don't want to fucking bother you.
Well,
right.
If traffic's not heavy, there's plenty of time to bullshit.
Well, some people feel kind of weird when they walk in and are like, all right, man, I'm just going to keep moving. And then we don't see them again.
Let me apologize for getting you guys into selling like that. I'm going to keep selling. But
no, man, it's a great thing and all that, but it's not what it's originally about, man. And that's what I'm just saying. It's just like,
yeah, but I don't know that NJC. I know it wasn't originally about it, but I feel like that is the vibe of NJCC now.
Yeah.
At least from this side, is like, yeah, dude, we fucking
the way we
sell shit and we have a
the
good
way
time.
we run it is that basically we're here, we're selling, and you got a lounge and you can chill out and you can hang with us, and if you're there, we balance the time. There's so many members there right now that we could just balance the time more. You know what I mean? Come on back here and hang out and chill. You know, grab this, come over here, have some purple drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man, we got the purple drink, bricks. We did a Clutch Drinks Crazy Soda. Episode with a bunch of.
What'd you drink? What'd you drink there?
It wasn't that exciting. We so there was a post in the Realm a few weeks ago about putting peanuts in Coca-Cola. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, it used to be like an old thing they did in like the 40s, right?
Yeah,
peanuts.
So we did
peanuts and Coca-Cola.
Yeah. We tried that, and it just tasted like peanuts and Coca-Cola. There was nothing special.
Do they have to be overly salted? I feel like they should have been like overly.
I'm
salted
sure the peanuts back in the day were way saltier than they are now.
Like and like you getting peanuts out of the bag, where you cracking them from the shell.
Unlike people are now more saltier than the peanuts were back in the day.
And I'm sure Coke was different then too. You know, I guarantee you, Coke wasn't as like.
A little cocaine in there.
But even just the sugar content, I'm sure, is twice as fucking high now.
No, but no. Honestly, it was great because Bricks brought the what do they call the Coke with the real sugar?
The Mexican Coke.
The Mexican Coke. Yeah.
Dude, Jiski went all out, man. He got Coke bottles too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how Mexican Coke comes in the bottle.
In the glass bottle, tastes fucking incredible.
Yep.
They make it is better.
But we do that. I mean, and I admit, like when I first started coming. And we weren't selling there, and there was probably 10, 15 people to talk to, if that. It basically you walk around the show all day. Yeah, that does get old and tired. But now that we have such a larger presence, it's much different. Yeah. Bobby's there too, and Hung, and now we got Mike from Blackout and Shout selling his t-shirts and stuff. Dude, you can just chill.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you see? Have you found that there's since the Realm presence has gotten bigger, even selling, you get some of these other people that were there all the time are now like, kind of fuck this. These guys.
Yeah, because you can see a lot of the older vendors just dropping out now.
Is it because you're taking away from the business? They're like, look, I can't, these guys got so much shit and they're going to undersell me every time.
I don't know. I know a lot of the vintage guys aren't there anymore. The Pappy's doesn't come anymore. And he's a vintage G1 and, a big Transformer guy. And I don't know, maybe it's some of the prices that we're doing. I mean, I don't know. You just don't see some of these guys anymore.
But like I said in the beginning, too, if people aren't looking for that stuff, like the Turtles, the Ninja Turtle people they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
But who's looking for vintage Turtle stuff?
Remember, it was big for a while. They were Grimm's Toy Show doing that wrestling shit.
Yeah.
You had all those little kids coming in buying the wrestling figures. Yeah. He's out of there. And
I can see, especially now, Brink, who is collecting vintage Turtles when you were having all these vintage Turtles remade by like SH Figure Arts and all these other companies.
And I was about that. You brought up a good point. I was about to bring that up next. Like these toy companies, they're making much better stuff than the old stuff now. Yeah. It's like, why do you want the old stuff?
Well, what I saw was funny this weekend was when I started coming to the show in early 2012 was that it was on the cusp of them being a very big G.I. Joe 3 3/4 old school G.I. Joe show, and that kind of slowly moved out when all the newer stuff were coming in. But I saw a lot of people coming up the table. So you got G.I. Joe, you got G.I. Joe. So there's still that. You still have that that crowd that comes in and cherry picks and comes through. Like I know Energon Addict sold a bunch of his G.I. Joe stuff. Not as vintage, but they were newer. But there were people that were looking for that. So
I was going to ask. I mean, is there anybody who still has some GI Joe that they're selling?
there were still some people. I mean, there's still those old school guys who come in with the bins, and they're still trying to get rid of that stuff. And and that's where we used to like the Marauders come in there. It's 3 3/4 scales GI Joe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Basically, GI Joe. It's your army guys that are 3 3/4, but more modernized. So.
And for the customers that come in looking for that stuff, I mean, if they only have one place to look and that guy's got good stock, then he's going to make a killing.
That guy's going to make some money.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. So now you're giving away door prizes every hour. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The show is. Yep.
And it's from 8 to 4. So at 9 o'clock is when the first door prize, or after the early bird, like regular admission.
So no, it's not. It's not. He starts. I think they start early bird, right? Isn't there one like?
Is there one at?
It starts out very small, man. Like, you get little prizes and it builds up.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Realm of Collectors. We were on Sunday and we were right at the end. You know what I mean? For hours.
What was the Realm's door prize?
Oh, you don't know? You're playing interviewer right now. Yeah. I don't know. It was a Moz Toys Megatron.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Moz Toys Megatron.
Damn, let me see that thing.
This guy.
Dude, that thing is
and you know what sucks,
man?
I was really hoping that like someone in the realm would win that. A dealer won it, and he sold it. He sold it to the guy that ran the NECA booth, and it's just kind of like, I mean, yeah, man, you could do what you want with it, but it's just like, man, come on.
I mean,
man,
I hear you, but you're saying the same thing. Like Chris won the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I know. I'm just being
good for that guy that he was able to. But somebody still got it.
Yeah, exactly. But
so. You were the last on Sunday? You're the final prize on Sunday, or the last?
We were the one before final or two before final. We were close to the end.
What was the final prize?
Another Power of the Primes Grimlock, wasn't it?
No, it was Fans Toys. Dracula Hung had his. Was after us, and it was Power to the Prime. It was an SDC, wasn't it? The
the Primal, the one that Chris was talking about with his story.
So they bumped the $200 figure. And they went with the $140 figure, and then they bumped the $140 figure for the $90 SDCC exclusive.
So that this Moz Toys Megatron, not Moz Toys, MAS Megatron was the dopest door prize, or was there something?
Probably.
Nah, I mean, there was some good stuff, man. There's always good stuff like Legends Waves and shit like that, man.
All right.
And they had exclusives from last year too, which obviously are really hard to get. So that was good. Dude, shout out to Chuck and Vinny. So Vinny, I think, won twice. I think
3 times. The dude won 3 times.
I think, yeah. So he comes to his first show, wins a raffle 3 times. I've been coming, I never won. But shout out to Vinny. It was good to meet him in person. He comes into the after hangouts after the shows. Chuck won twice, and Chuck actually won the Magic set. And that guy plays Magic, the Magic card game.
That was pretty
work out well for the dude.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, the guy that's into Magic wins the Magic prize.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He said he said he won a $250 Magic the Gathering set.
Yeah,
it's paper.
Why aren't you selling it? That's what I said to him. No, these cards
into it.
Sell that shit.
That was the first stuff to sell out on Monday for the SDCC exclusives. Believe it or not, that's crazy.
Good times, man. A lot of fucking good shit going on, man. Like, man, shout out to Frantic Crew, man, because you know what? These prizes are good. The setup is good. The way they run it is good. It's kind of like on autopilot. Like, these dudes just chill out by the fucking door and just put their armbands on people. They don't need to come through the show all the time and make sure everybody's being good. You know what I mean? Like dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just really run well. It's smooth. It's a smooth operation. You know what I mean? Very smooth operation.
Right.
And like, we are kind of loud. We're not loud, but we like to have fun, and we're talking and we're having a good time. We're laughing, but you have to you need to bring that energy to the show. And I think some of these vendors and dealers that are there that need to bring a little bit more energy to just create more of a better atmosphere when it comes to like this, man. Nobody wants to just walk through and be like, hi, It's quiet, you know. I mean, we're bullshitting, we're laughing, and Dave Edijon is fucking with Dom. Everything on Dom's table, $5. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, like, you know, we're having a good time. You know,
Unrustables here. No one else has them. Unrustables here.
yeah, screaming and yelling across at each other and making jokes. You know, so you know.
But like on top of that too, like I mentioned before, like coming and hanging out with people that we already know in the community. But you get these collectors that come in. And they'll strike up a conversation with you, ask you a question. Like, I don't know. I'll send them to Dom. Dom will answer their question for them. This one guy was asking me about Classics Optimus Prime. I got a whole freaking shelf here about him. I talked to him for like 20 minutes. It was like
the conversation
stuff.
Yeah, the bullshit.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's real cool.
I recognized some people from RetroCon that were selling custom made like high quality lightsabers. I was talking to them for a good amount of time. I do want to bring up a Sun Surge story though. So there's this guy that buys from us regularly. His name's Mike. We call him Army Mike. Dust, I don't know if you remember him, but he was the guy the first year we were selling had like the neck brace. And
yeah, the Ultra Magnus. Yeah, man. I had lunch with him.
Yeah. And yeah, that's right. We sat at the bar, I had a drink.
Yep.
So he's giving me crap about Sun Surge because he was just getting into Transformers, and I've been trying to sell him my Sun Surge for like 2.5 years. and
that's a hardcore relationship.
Yeah. So the vendor across the aisle from me, he's like, "Hey man, Sun Surge, that's a good price." He's like, "Would you want to trade?" I'm like, "Well, what do you got?" He's like, "That's my table over there." And I was like, "All right, I'll get over there in a minute and let me look." And so it took me a while to get over there. And I was like, "Oh, I see a couple things that, you know, one of these things was you know, possibly mythic worthy." And so I was like, I want to go talk to Dom and them about it first. But anyway, I lost track of it. And then I go back to him. I was like, "All right, man, I'm ready to make that trade. I'm going to pick up these 2 figures for Sun Surge." He's like, "No, man, I already bought one from that guy over there." I'm like, "Did you buy Dust? God damn." I was getting ready to yell at you, Dust. I was like, "What the?" And he's like, "No, it turns out he went over and bought Bobby's. Bobby had it for $25.
25?
Damn. Dude, and Army Mike is sitting there listening to the whole thing, and he is fucking tearing me apart.
No wonder why mine didn't sell so fucking fast.
Oh, I was like, God damn. And this guy, I love this guy, man. He was just, and he was giving me shit for the next 2 days. Like, hey,
Jesus, fuck you. No, I started mine at 40 on the table. Like, and fucking Gary was smart. It got funny. Because I had it out of the package. It said 40 here, and then he put another post-it in this hand that said or best offer. So it took a while, but you know, when I slashed it and put it down to 35, finally I caught some interest and I sold it. So when I sold it, I was like, yeah, and I was screaming like, finally, it's gone. Sun Surge is out of the building. And Bobby looks at me, he goes, "How much?" And I said 3.5. He's like, yeah. He's like, thumbs up. And I didn't know that fucker sold his for fucking 25 3 hours earlier. You know, so I go to
for you as a gift, Dust. That's pretty fucked up.
Hey, that's what we do, man. I asked you guys permission beforehand. Here's the thing. I was like, guys, what do you think about selling some of the things we give each other for gifts? And you know what I heard from you guys? 4 of you motherfuckers said, "Oh, I've been doing that for years."
I've not done it, but it's just because I haven't had a need to. But
so I finally sold the fucking thing because it's a big joke because I didn't sell it the past 2 fucking shows and I've been trying to get rid of it. I've been marking it down, but I don't want to mark it down too much. And then I go to the bar, have a couple of beers with everybody. I come back and guess what's in the same fucking place that was when I left? There's a fucking Sun Surge box. The Sun Surge in the same fucking pose. And I'm like, no, it's back. And it was whose was that? Dave's or somebody? Somebody back.
Yeah, it was Dave's. Yeah.
He's like, fucking Dust sold it. I can sell mine too. You know.
And then the funny thing is, this guy Mike, he's like, I guess he's feeling kind of guilty, but I'm kind of guilting him into it a little bit. And he's like looking at my table. I'm like, look, man, there's no obligation. You don't have to buy something from me today. And then he picks up this like Titans or Power of the Primes Ripper Snapper. He's like, will you take 11 on this? I'm like, no, I can return this to the store tomorrow. Get my money back.
Yeah, we just had a good time like that, just fucking with each other and bullshitting, man. It was so much fun, man. The laughs, man. The jokes were going crazy, man.
Yeah. So nobody got too smashed on that purple drink, huh?
No, Brinks kind of cut it a little bit.
I made it weaker. I didn't bring that much of it. Chuck was probably the last one to have any of it. He finished it.
Dude,
But
Yeah,
he only
but,
had, like,
we
a
started.
couple.
Chuck's ready for you to go public. He's trying to buy some stock in that.
We
shit.
started at 9 a.m. though, but 9 a.m. for us was like it was like
It was
noon.
all 6 liters are gone by noon. It was great.
Yeah.
I only brought a little bit. I just brought 6 liters.
Early bird. We were hitting that early bird.
So does it start at 8 a.m. on Sunday as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first customer walked in the door at 10 a.m.
That's rough.
I was still laying in bed at 10 a.m.
You said nothing to sell. Dust was like, I'll get there when I get
Dust
there.
slept in 2 hours and he's still the first one there.
Yeah, you know what's so cool about it was like, this is the first time we actually stayed at some of us stayed at the hotel at the event, so it was just nice. I sold everything. I just brought nonsense with me. I didn't have enough time to get anything together because I was working that 10-day stretch, and I just brought some shit and just sprinkled it around some tables. I sold my chugs, got rid of my chugs. Officially done with Chug Life. Well, somewhat, officially enough done with Chug Life. What I want to get rid of. The next day was like, I'll get there. Like Vinny was up and out of the fucking room at like fucking 6:30 or 7. He was out. He was gone. He slept. Shout out to Vinny. Shout out to Masquito. He slept with his fucking constructor. He bought a constructor. It laid next to him in bed.
That's right. That's funny.
I got a picture of him laying in bed with his constructor. He woke up, constructor was next to him. That's
Dude,
He was super
crazy.
stoked to get that.
he was
man.
happy to get that's
Yeah.
the number one is Grail. He kept coming back. Is this a good price? Is it a good price? I say, yeah, it's a good price, man. It's pretty competitive. What's online, and you're getting it in hand. It's brand new.
he bought one of the what are they called? The gift sets?
Yeah, the gift set. He bought it from Hung 215
nice, all right.
Toys. So Hung gave him a really good price. Cut it down a little bit more. Made it even. At an even price. I don't want to give prices out there, but
Yeah, no. That's
made it enough for him to say, yeah, I'm gonna get it. And the dude was fucking ecstatic, man. He's like, man, this is my grail, man. And I understand because it's a fucking great set, man. So he was super happy. He was super happy to meet everybody and see what we're all about because he's still kind of new to the group and actually go to his first NJCC, man. So shout out to that dude, man. Really good dude, man.
So this was his first time just chilling
Yeah.
with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So man, we had a lot of good fucking time, man. I was
Yeah, it
done,
sounds
man.
like it's fun.
Just
He's
the bullshitting, and fucking with each other, giving the Dom with the same old fucking chair jokes and
So you said Asian Kid Matt rolled through too?
Dude,
Yeah,
he
man.
stayed for a long time.
yeah, man,
What's
he
up
was
with that
chilling.
dude?
He's doing his thing, man. He's still working at the dealership and doing his car thing. He still collects a little bit here and there. I don't think more Transformers. He said he's still Transformers. He's still into his Stunticons, and I think he bought. I don't know. He bought some Avengers type shit. I don't know.
I bought some Dragon Ball. I saw.
Yeah. I think he had posted that too, right? Didn't he? I remember. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. It's good to see that dude's still coming around, hanging
The
out.
dude hasn't grown a fucking inch.
No, I mean, he's a man now. He ain't
He's
growing
maxed.
anymore.
He's maxed. You're saying he's maxed. He's maxed.
Yeah. Nope, he's not going to get any fatter.
He's maxed.
Or
He's,
taller.
yeah, that's it. That's done.
Hey, Dust, is there another story you wanted to tell? One that made someone cry? Is that for tonight or is that for later? What's the deal?
I don't know. I mean, the show's going a different vibe. I didn't know if maybe I would pop on tomorrow and do the story.
All right.
on
All right,
You made
that might
someone,
be good.
well, you made someone cry?
No. I mean, it was just one of those perfect storms. I'm not the funniest guy in the world, but I do occasionally have some good lulls. And it just was one of those things. I was coming, another session at the bar because we did a lot of bar sessions, and we were coming back from the bar, and at the table, and there's a family that comes over, and they're looking at some stuff. This is right after the Chick-fil-A. Everybody's eating Chick-fil-A, and shout out for Chan going to Chick-fil-A. Let's just say this first. She takes a list of everybody for Chick-fil-A for lunch, goes to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A fucks up the order. And it has to be easily like 30 people that order.
Of course, right.
Goes back and brings back the proper order.
Yeah.
Brings back without no money. Nobody gave her extra money. She just made it happen. Came back, fixed the order. So shout out to her for having the patience the salvation.
Yeah, well, Chick-fil-A made it right. I mean, it's not like she had to pay for the missing food.
Yeah, they just, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I don't know how she figured out how everything was wrong, but
But dude, yeah, that's quite an adventure. She's a trooper for that, man. It's awesome.
Oh my god, that's family right there. So I come back and there's this family that's in front of the table and they're looking, and one of the kids is very thin, like his arms are like the size of a number 2 pencil. And I'm just like, oh my god, look how fucking thin this kid is. I mean, someone give him a sandwich. I'm digging through the fucking Chick-fil-A. We got anything we can give him, right? And he turns, and they all turn around. And I said to him, I said, look, man, I swear to God, if a fly lands on his cheek, I'm just gonna give him $5. And I said, if a fucking fly lands on his nose, he's getting a 10. You know what I mean? Remember those Sarah McLachlan?
Right, yeah.
Fucking feed a kid for a fucking.
That was Sally Struthers.
Yeah, it was
Sally
Sally
Struthers.
Struthers. They were from All in the Family.
Gary fucking was crying. It was just the perfect delivery, the perfect time. These kids, and the same kids, they knocked me down for Marvel Select Thanos from fucking 20 to 16. And I actually, on the last day of the con, they came back and I gave them the rest of my chugs for free. It was like
see, that's cool.
Because you know what I said? The joke was that good, and I'm gonna be telling that joke for a long time. So I may have to,
Thus, I think those kids stopped by my table too. You know what I end up giving them for free? My KO Vision.
Oh man, it was the little Indian family, the little Indian kids.
Yeah. They picked it up. They're like, "This is cool." I'm like, "You want that?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "You can have it." They're like, "How much?" I'm like, "Just take it."
So it's just basically like I just round the corner. I said, "Look at this kid's fucking arms!" Everybody was eating. Everybody was eating at the time, and I would just basically just said, "Man, I swear to God, if a fly lands on his fucking cheek, I'm gonna throw a $5 bill at him." And I said, if it lands on his nose, I'm just gonna be fucking springing out 10s. You know what I mean? So it was one of those just funny delivery jokes. So good time.
I want to also mention too, Bobby brought his whole family, and I'm sure he'll tell stories, on his podcast. But Jaina was hanging out with KJ Sparkles for a while, helping her merchandise and stuff like that.
Edgebox.
So she was like, it's almost like she didn't recognize me sometimes. She's like, oh my God, someone's at your table. I want to go talk to him. And she comes over and talks to me. And she's selling it, man. I'm like asking her about how it's done, what's going on. She's giving me all the prices, the breakdown. I was like, Jaina, you sold me. I'm gonna make a purchase right now. It was,
Bobby told me he told me he was bringing his family, and I'm like, why, dude? Why you make them struggle for a weekend?
Mikey Shoulders wasn't available.
Yeah, he needs to back up.
But KJ's fucking setup was awesome, man. Like she had all the glasses set up in tiers and with these displays, and she had these LED lights that were blasting through the fucking glass.
Yeah,
man.
that's awesome,
man. It's like, and I'm looking at some of the shit that she did with the packaging and shit, man. This might not be the show for her, but if she goes to a regular Comic-Con with the girls and the cosplayers and the geeky chicks and the kids, she'll clean up. She'll fucking clean up, man.
Speaking of the girls, I think Chris might be able to elaborate when he comes back, but I think Kelly got propositioned by a woman at the con.
Really?
I think something like that went down. Yeah. And I told her, I was like, dude, it's your Southern Belle accent. Slay the thing on.
Yep.
Pretty charming.
Exactly. I'd have been, listen, you're going to have to buy a whole lot of glasses. For that.
Glasses for those.
How did Chris have any dioramas for sale?
Yeah, man. Fucking, I made a little video and shit. If Chris posted up, you could see. But yeah, man, his display was fucking crazy too, man. Some of the shit that that he does, it's just fucking awesome.
Crashbox was in full effect as well.
Yeah, man. And here's another DustMites story. Shout out to Tattoo Devil. He had his buddy with him, right? And I was talking with his buddy and look, regular hat backwards, little guy, glasses, chilling, little nerdy type thing, and we're just chilling he's looking at Crashbox's shit, man. I'm like, man, look at this, that's fucking awesome. Now Chris has this newer diorama where it's like an interrogation room, like half the room is white and green. You know what I mean?
Right.
Half paint with the plaster all fucked up. And I said to him, you know what? I'm a kid from the 70s, 80s. I said, this reminds me of the time where, my mom was on welfare. They took us to the welfare dentist. And this is why I don't like dentists and blah, blah, blah. You fucking read my head. And
I
all
thought
I
you were
can
going to say,
remember-
that shit's mad dragnet, yo.
No. I said, I remember the wall looking like this with the two-tone paint and look really dirty and whatnot, man. And I said, ever since then, I'll never be able to go to a dentist again, man. I fucking hate dentists. He goes, oh, I'm a dentist.
Oh, that's what that was.
Dude, they straight took you to the prison
Bro,
dentist as a kid.
I
dude.
just looked at him. I just went to I looked at him like this. I was like, no shit. The way my day was going that day. And I said to him, I said, are you really? He's like, yeah, I'm a fucking dentist. I said, whoa, I'm no anti-dentite.
That's what I say.
I'm not
an
an
anti-dentite.
He's like, no, I get it. I understand, man. I'm like, bro, man, what the fuck are the odds that I'm telling you this fucking story and you're a fucking dentist?
At
I
least
swear to
he-
God.
He wasn't running a prison dentist.
You know what? If a fly landed on his fucking tooth, I would throw hundreds at this motherfucker. I swear to God, man.
At least you didn't tell that joke from Seinfeld, like, hey, what do you call a doctor who failed out of medical school?
That's what you should have told him. As soon as he said he was a dentist, that's what you should have told him. That.
Dude, man, I don't really get stopped in my tracks much, but I was like, what? You gotta be. Who's fucking around?
I mean, dude, to be
kidding me?
fair, the dentist does suck, man. It's just uncomfortable. Everything about it's uncomfortable.
I've never had a good experience, and this is why I am having bad experiences in my later life because I never constantly went when I was younger because I was so scared of it.
It's like shaving your balls, dude. It's just something you got to do. Nobody wants to do it, and you just got to do it.
If the fly lands on his tooth, I'm throwing hundreds.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds like it was pretty cool. What's the plan loosely for the March show?
Oh, what's it?
Is it
Registration
April?
goes
I think
up.
it's April. It's April.
All right. Well, whatever. Yeah.
Registration goes up for tables like I don't know, a couple weeks from now. They do it pretty close after the following.
How about
one.
this? How about this? We do both islands.
Both.
Well, let's get to the point where there's no vendor there that's not in the R.O.C.
Hey,
Yeah. When? No, never mind. We'll talk about it later. But all right. So it goes up in April. You guys are planning on being there. As of right now, the plan is NJCC 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll get the
Pinkerton.
date. We'll get the date. We'll put it out there, and we'll set something up. Maybe us as a group can do something even bigger. You know, with selling and whatnot, and having people. You know, maybe we all get to the same hotel. We could maybe plan a little something different. I don't know. Maybe this. Maybe we get up Fran and maybe like we get a separate room, get a room and do a little podcast panel. I don't know. Just try to change it up. You know,
We could turn a corner of our table, our squares of tables, into like some other kind of booth.
well, you know, if the island was so big in the middle, we could just put like an island in the middle of the islands. You know what I mean? Like it was just like so wide. We could do something with that.
I was talking to Bobby. Maybe we could set up a dunking booth for him, so all his haters can come.
Dude, that'd be great. When are you guys gonna start betting on who has the best weekend and make that a thing?
Oh, money wise?
Yeah, like once you competition.
Yeah,
just
don't make it.
use
I mean, don't make it money wise, man. Come on, it's not about that, man.
No, but of course not. But I mean, well, I don't know. You're selling shit, so it is about money a little bit. Let's be real. Let's be real. Come on. Come on.
You know, and it goes into one of those fucking matches. Like I got the most stuff. It's
All right.
not about the money. It's about the people. It's about the hanging out. That's what the realm's all about. It's not realm of cash. It's realm of collectors.
I'm checking again.
I just see this as a way, at least for me and other people too, to cycle through this stuff that we don't want anymore, right? And it's better. It's easier. I don't know. To me, it's easier than shipping stuff and
Yeah,
dealing with
eBay
fees
and
all
whatnot.
that.
No, I
I
agree.
get, man, I'm totally all about that. But
What if you don't do it about cash then, Dust? You do it about items sold. Number of items sold.
Quantity.
Yeah.
Bricks always wins because he's selling Legos.
He sells it by the fucking pound.
You can't count brick parts. That doesn't count.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we do go
sold
Facebook
3,000
Live and whatnot,
parts,
but maybe we could do it Enter the Realm live from NJCC.
Dude, that would be cool, man. Or just hang out on Saturday night. That's broadcasted from there.
Yeah. Laptops, get some laptops going and we can do it.
I think that I know it's 10 minutes early, but I think Brink should tell us what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, you got nothing else for the show? Anything else?
I mean, it pretty much just covers it. I just want to hear about the bullshit. I mean, it sounds like
you really did a great job asking us what was going down, man. We had a really good time.
To me, for somebody that's not being there, it's about the vibe. You know what I mean? That's what I'm interested in. It's because clearly I don't. If I'm coming from far away, I'm not going to be selling anything. So I want to know what it's like, the vibe just hanging out.
A lot of hugs, man. A lot of fucking pounds.
Hugs, I'm in.
Hugs, pounds. What's up, man? What's going on? It's a rinky-dink show with a sea of black shirts, as some people may say. But, really good time, man. Really good time, man. Shout out to the fucking bar squad. Shout out to fucking... we had a really good time, man.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Because there's just so many conversations going on, whether at a table or over here at the bar, the bathroom, which was a mess.
I think stuff like this too. It's just like, all right, look, so it's a good time. You guys do a great, like you and Jose specifically, Dust, do a great job of going live.
Oh, shout out to Jose.
Get the feeling
he was Johnny on the spot with the pictures and all that.
So I mean, if you saw those videos live over the weekend and you're hearing this story about what goes on at NJCC and you're liking what you hear, come to TFCon. It's a couple months away. You still got time to kind of get it together.
Bigger venue.
And and this time it is about chilling. That's what it's about. It is about fucking chilling and hanging out. Unless you're, Bobby or Crashbox or Etchbox or Dom. Isn't Dom having a table?
No, he's not.
Dom's not.
Okay. So come and chill with us. We'll all be there.
Yeah, man. It's awesome.
Diabetes and all. I'm bringing it with me.
The guys are bringing me crazy sodas. Paul's bringing me sodas. So,
what's the craziest soda you've had to date?
Crazy, like grossest, or
no, just craziest.
Crazy.
Like, craziest, like what the fuck am I about to drink?
Okay. My friend Eddie in Sweden mailed me
Yo.
one.
All right.
Oh yeah, you, not you.
Oh, it's been a while since somebody called me Eddie.
I think I got. Hold on, I think I got the bottle still.
Dude, it's gonna be like squid.
Wow, what's up with the fucking quiet?
Okay,
Squid semen.
Carbonated squid semen.
So this, I mean, it's empty, obviously, and it's got this crazy star logo on it. But this is a soda that was made for a movie that has a fictitious soda in the movie. So they actually made and produced and sold these in Sweden in collaboration with the movie coming out, and it's all like Russian lettering. It's crazy. I don't even know what it tastes. I have to watch my video again. Remember what it tasted like. But
was it good though? It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I wouldn't go out and buy it again if I was in Sweden. But it wasn't bad. But it was just cool that he mailed that to me from across the world, and it has such a story over there.
$85 to get to you right
What's the best thing? What's the best soda you've had?
My soda of the year 2018 is
Fresca.
Canada Dry Island Lime.
Really?
Check it out. Yeah. It's just a lime flavored soda that Canada Dry put out.
Is it you like it enough that like that's something you're like, all right, I have it in my fridge now. Like I drink it often now. Or you're not really a soda drinker?
I'm a soda drinker.
No, I know, but I didn't know if you just did it for the show and then you just didn't drink it in your fridge.
He's 300 pounds and losing a foot.
No, listen.
If they put it out more wide release, I would probably stock it. But right now, it's only like 20-ounce bottles at one of my 7-Elevens.
I haven't seen Canada Dry since they made the little snub-nosed bottles, but the label was almost like styrofoam. Do you remember that? Like it was like kind of
Canada Dry down there, man. It's a big.
No, I just what do I ever try? I never have a need to get it.
Well, Canada Dry, it's big up here with the ginger ale and all their other joints.
They've got a lot of different flavors now. It's not just ginger ale.
You have your Coke, your Pepsi, and they're like third, fourth dog around here.
Bricks, Lord Shadowkeeper in the chat said he's bringing you 4 cans of different Puerto Rican sodas.
All
Puerto
right.
Rico.
That's it.
Oh!
What's the worst one? Everyone wants to know. What's
Anything-
Puerto Rican sodas.
Any
Anything
soda from
made
Puerto
by,
Rico.
Lester's Fixins is the brand, and they just make novelty gross ass soda.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
it's
to
all the
be
shit
just
that
to
you
be
get
those
around
guys.
like
They just do it to be those
Thanksgiving.
guys.
It's like
yeah.
turkey and gravy.
Yeah, they just do
Yeah.
it to be those guys, you know.
Yeah, they. I feel like they don't put any thought into it. It's just they mix some chemicals and whatever color it comes out, that's how they name it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's white, so it's ranch dressing flavored.
Dude,
Nothing to do with
anything
ranch
made
dressing.
by someone named Lester can't be good.
They chop up a floppy disk and call it syntax
can't be good.
error.
Shout out to all you Lesters out there making some gross shit.
Right, you want to fucking ring out that
If they made a bull semen soda that was carbonated, would you drink it?
Yeah, why not?
Would it be like Rocky Mountain Bubbles or something? Like,
Yeah,
isn't that what they call Rocky Mountain
it's
oysters?
called 3 the Hard Way.
Pound nuts.
That's the name of this episode.
Man, yeah, I want to see. I'm gonna look into getting shit carbonated just to see what I could do.
Yeah, man,
You
watch this video.
Dude,
man. That's some
Would
crazy
you
shit,
drink?
man.
Would you drink a homemade concoction that was carbonated through that SodaStream thing?
No.
It has to be legit bottled by a company.
I'm
What's your
gonna
requirements?
go with has to be somewhat
I'm about to
legit.
give you some fisheye soda.
I'm gonna send you something that's called Bat Country. It's carbonated by me. It's called Bat
guano.
Country.
You wanna know what's in this?
Don't stop here. This is Bat Country.
Yeah, but
all right.
bring me some sodas to TFCon. You can try them with me.
Shove him right up his ass.
Yeah, that's great. All right, Brink. What's happening in the chat?
All right. We got Sam M in here, chat winging them. Riverbots. We got Antoine in here, killing it on Instagram. Matt H, Noble Young, Rogor71, Pinkerton. If you're nasty, was here in the chat. We had John B, who we'll meet again in Chicago. That's where we met him first time. Night of Ren was in here. We had Codemus Prime G1. Cody in the chat said that Harvey ain't making no dents. Not with that small dick.
Wow. Oh.
We had Josh F in here. Walter, who we'll also see in Chicago. Dare 27. Lance K, Master Skinny Toys. Again, good meeting you in person for the first time, Vinny. G Money was in here. We had Jason the letter L, who I haven't seen in a while. Hosea, Jita, excuse me. Jita was in here. Pigment Surgery, Hurricane BX, Retro Now, who we also saw this weekend. It was good.
Yeah, man. Finally good to meet that dude, man. Good dude.
Russ the Muss. We had Nick Brammer. Also, be sure to check out Nick's page on Friday. See what's going on. We got some Realmers in there on a new podcast, Masterpiece Shippies Theater. So KJ Smith was in here, but for some reason I wrote down KJ Peeps. I'm not sure what that's about.
Oh, that's his new name. By the way, KJ Smith, your new name is Peeps. Shout out to Peeps.
Who you peeping on?
Let's see. Energon Addict. We had Chuck was in here. Jedi Mindset. Eric B. Sportimus. Jariah Sama 7. Ed F. Mervine 48. We had Abraham in here. Lord Shadowkeeper. And we had the original Jason L. Good to see you again this weekend. Got to talk to him for a bit. Mark 44 Prime. We had Big Dom in the chat. Cromdor is in. And it's Cromdor's birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, dude! It's my daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday, Gort.
Shout out to her.
Gort. Scooby-Doo.
No?
Brad D is in here, and One Life Man. What's up,
One Life Man, like One Punch Man, but one life. I mean, I guess to be fair, everyone's got one life.
We're all one life, man.
I relate to your struggle there, One Life Man. I too only have one life. I don't know if I've had others, but what if you really started out with a bunch of lives, but just through natural, nobody ever realized it because you're just wasting lives doing dumb shit as kids?
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something? To
good.
life, man. I'm gonna
Thank you
change
for
the game.
another
All right, Brink, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
You can find me at Brinklizer on Instagram and Brian Brink in the Facebook groups.
All right, Bricks.
Check me out at Bricks on the Dollar everywhere. Listen and watch Stasis Lock and Building Up to It.
You want to shout out your shop?
Yeah, come on down to Warminster Brick Shop if you're in the Northeast Philadelphia area and buy some Lego.
There you go. Bam. And DustMites. Hey, real fast, Chris, thanks again, man, for being on the show tonight.
Of
I
course.
do appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Bricks, man.
What you drinking right there? Hold on real fast. What are you drinking right now?
Bam, Turkey Hill Watermelon Lemonade.
Turkey Hill
Watermelon lemonade.
Watermelon lemonade. Just the fact that it's
Nice.
made by a company called Turkey Hill is wow.
That's Pennsylvania.
Watermelon lemonade.
Yep.
Who you shooting tonight?
All right.
Jesus fucking
Dust.
Christ.
Where you at?
Yo. Thank you, everybody, for popping out today. And, shout out to Gort, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Yep.
Happy birthday to the Gort.
Happy B-Day, Gort.
You can find me on Instagram at DustMites, Eddie DustMites in the Facebook group. And don't forget, man, 2 weeks. Get the rock box. 2 weeks. Pre-order that shit. Get your fucking order in. 2 weeks. It's gone. You got 2 weeks left.
Reference? All right. And I am Just One. You guys can find me on Facebook at Jbatron or Instagram at Just One. You can find, I guess, a version of me there, but I'm not really. Lately, I've just been talking shit to Robert D. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
But he hasn't really responded. I don't know if I hurt his feelings. Like I low key feel bad. Like maybe I hurt his feelings.
Maybe he hurt his back. You know, he can't reach for the phone if it hurts his back.
Yeah, maybe.
He's trapped in a detolf somewhere. You remember like the early late 70s, early 80s Superman movie when
they're in that
Phantom Zone when they showed fucking
they're in
what's
that
the
piece
name
of
of the Phantom Zone?
styrofoam or not styrofoam.
It was just like a fucking wall. There's Robert Detolf trapped in a detolf.
Dude, my favorite thing from Superman movies is when he took out that saran wrap out of his chest and threw it on that dude. I loved that shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yo, Marlon Brando did 7 minutes and got paid $1 million.
Dude, good for that guy, man. He's hustling.
Yeah, man.
The budget for that was $1.5 million. They're like, dude, what are we gonna do? They're like, there's a scene where he shoots a beam out of his chest, and that's how he catches the big guy. They're like, dude, we're out of budget. You know what? Just get fucking the art department to put like.
All right. This is what we need to do. Tell Margot Kidder she can only smoke half the cigarettes that she normally does. Yeah. And then we'll throw the saran wrap.
And then we got to get saran. You know what we'll do is we'll throw saran wrap. Listen. He's gonna pull it off of his chest, and as he throws it, it's gonna get bigger, and the guy can't get out of it. Like so, he just keeps him on his chest. It's just in there. Like where was that shit made from?
No, bro, you need to hang out with us on Cobra Live one night, man.
I don't know what's more unbelievable is that dude pulling the saran wrap off of his chest, or like in Superman 3 when the girl gets pulled in by the computer and then becomes the fucking computer monster. I think that may be more believable than that fucking styrofoam.
Than the saran wrap.
S.
Definitely.
Dude, I love that shit.
By the way, you could have been anywhere in the world.
Yeah, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here talking to us, talking about NJCC, and we do appreciate it. And good night, folks.
Come on, buy them shirts.
Yep. Don't forget to check out Agabucks and Crashbox for all of your toy needs.
And send some dick pics to Dan.
Dan, dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man. I guarantee you there's probably a fetish group out. I guarantee you there are chicks out there.
3.5 is okay.
I guarantee you there's chicks out there that like are plagued by like having small vaginas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you just find them, dude.
Those are those broken bitches that I'm looking for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like broken chicks looking for small dicks.
Yes.
It's out there.
Yes. You can find it. There's a Facebook group for that.
Dan, I love it.